you reign!
This is the D-Generation cliX podcast with your hosts,
Who is Ravage?
Ryan Redman,
The name's Ravage. Gonna be. When you take the dynamite tactics of
Miles Kane,
Hand me that bottle cap. Hand me that paperclip. Grab that twine. Gun wrapper.
Asgard to mouth.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
and Pete.
'Cause I'm just Pete.
Welcome back to the D-Generation cliX podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me as always are my co-hosts, Miles and Pete. This week we are continuing our set review for Fight for Gotham City. This episode we'll be going over super rares, chases, and then the release day and what are they called now? Map and terrain kit figures. And then next week we're going to wrap it up with the legacy cards and then the vault boosters. Just because there's so much good stuff in there, it's probably going to take a while to go through those. Pete, do you want to start us off this episode with 044 Professor Pig?
Well, I thought you should see who you're eating. Bob, Fix, Trish, Nana, Cyrano, and Vincent all deserve our gratitude.
So these pies are
People. Yep, they're people pies.
people.
And you're all going to eat them.
I do. I actually, for a special treat this episode, I'm going to bring in a special guest here to the D-Generation cliX podcast, an expert in pigs himself, to give us this wonderful figure. Hello there, it's a Kermit the Frog here, and I'm here today to cover the Professor Pig. I'm somewhat of an expert in pigs myself, as I am, of course, married to the wonderful Miss Piggy. Professor Pig has a Batman enemy TA. He is Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Underworld, and Scientist. He's got himself a trait painted as the beginning of perfection. Mastermind. Ooh. At the end of your turn, when an opposing character of 30 points or less is KO'd after resolution to generate a Daltron bystander max of 6. Nothing's ever good enough. That's what Miss Piggy says to me all the time. At the beginning of your turn, roll a d6. If the result is less than the number of friendly Daltron bystanders on the map, deal 1 penetrating damage to all opposing characters adjacent to one or more Daltron bystanders, then KO all friendly Daltron bystanders. And he has himself a special speed power. Perfect little trotters. Yeah. Stealth. Adjacent opposing characters can't use improved abilities or sidestep. He's 0 range, 1 bolt. He's 6 clicks for 50 points, so he's economical. He's got kind of a strange style, but he starts 6, 10, 17, 2 with himself a willpower and outwit and the Daltron bystander. You need to know about these. They are 0 range single bolt. They have Batman enemy TA. They are 6, 9, 16, and 1. That is all today from Kermit the Frog. Thank you so much for having me on the podcast, guys. And go D-Generation cliX. Yay!
Well, that was also amazing. Pete, what's your take on Professor Pig?
I mean, I'm shocked that we had such a good celebrity on here like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nobody saw that coming.
No.
And they may never see it ever come again because that wrecks my voice. I think he's interesting. I mean, he's kind of a little bit of a control piece. He does some really cool things. I don't, this is not a piece I would reach for personally, because I think there's just so many things that have to go right to pull it off. But he's thematically accurate with the Daltron bystanders and everything. This is like a truly terrifying Batman villain.
I am only familiar with him from the Gotham TV show. And then I saw some clips from him on one of the video games. What is it? Arkham Asylum or something like that.
He kind of came during that the run where and Batman ends up fighting Dr. Hurt, Simon Hurt, and that, and he's
when Dick Grayson actually took over the cowl for a while, and it was he's just a just a really disturbing guy, man. So as far as like a HeroClix piece though, uh, taking away opposing characters' improved movement abilities and sidestep is huge. Um, but the doing the free damage, I don't know. I don't think you can depend on it, right?
No,
So
there's
you have to have something KO'd to generate a Dollatron, and then you roll a d6 and you're hoping to get less to have it go off at the right time. I mean, he does have support, or he does have, excuse me, he has Outwit and Perplex alternating, but his dial is so weird. Because he's going to always be on the click where he doesn't have any increased defensive thing and is just getting smashed in the face if I'm playing him.
well, his really cool thing that he does with the adjacent opposing characters can't use the improved movement abilities or sidestep. He only has that on the first 3 clicks, and it's a 17 toughness. So you're gonna throw your 50-point piece up there to be adjacent to somebody, and then he just gets smoked right away. So I don't really see it. He looks like a very fun piece, definitely like a weekly piece to play, but I don't think he's gonna be doing too much. Miles?
No, the mastermind's nice, but yeah, there's no survivability because this is a kind of piece that just you from how it looks, you want to throw them at your opponent to shut off that improved movement. But willpower or even combat reflexes and masterminds just not enough to get him to survive.
I think maybe if he gave
I
that
do like
ability
it.
to the Dollatrons,
Right.
like, right, that would be a lot better and almost worth the 50 points. 50 points for this piece just seems like so much.
Right.
If the Dollatrons had that, he would, yeah, he'd be insane.
And even if he gets knocked to the combat reflex click, it's still only going to be an 18 because it's a printed 16.
Yeah.
I like to see getting new characters. The sculpt looks insane, but I'm good on this Super Rare so far.
Yes. All right, now let's go to the
Now
next.
the next
one.
one's nuts.
Yes, this one I'm super excited
Oh.
for. This is
Yeah, he's awesome.
045 Pied Piper. He has the team player team ability, Central City, Rogues, and Animal keywords. He has a trait, Rat Rebellion. When Pied Piper starts the game, you may generate up to 2 of the 007 rats on click 1. Pied Piper and friendly characters named Rat can use Sidestep and have Safeguard Pulse Wave, Protected Pulse Wave. He's got a special speed power, manipulative music, which is mind control, and when Pied Piper uses it, he may target characters adjacent to 1 or more friendly 007 rats, regardless of range or line of fire, protected outwit, and then a special damage power, mesmeric melody, shape change. Opposing characters within range can't use speed powers and consider Pied Piper as adjacent to themselves for movement. So also 5 range, 3 bolts, 60 points for 6 clicks. He has the special speed power on the first 3 clicks, starts with an 11 pulse wave, 17 mastermind, and 2 leadership. And then that special damage power is only on his last 3 clicks, which he does then have shape change and then super senses now instead of the mastermind, and still has pulse wave his whole dial. So this guy is, I think, very cool. He's able to mastermind those rats also, so you can probably keep him on this click for a bit. And then what is the biggest weakness to those rats? Getting pulse waved, right? So he's going to give them Safeguard Pulse Wave. So I think this guy has serious meta potential here. Miles, what do you think?
Yeah, I do like him. I think that the way that this dial is made, it'd be cool if we had more figures like this with potentially like the Notorious Bizarro, where you can choose which click you wanted to start. It's like if you wanted to, you could have him start on like click 6 as like his click 1, because the potential for options of being played is really good. But yeah, this is, I mean, he's him and Rat Catcher for 100 points, and then you get 4 free rats at the beginning of the game. Or this is when he starts the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just this figure's insane. But I just think, I just saw his dial. I'm like, man, it'd be so cool, like if there was figures that besides Bizarro that were able to be played like that, because that damage power is something else.
Yeah, it's still really good.
I guess maybe
do like the mind control though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if it'd be cool if like because it would give you two different ways to play this figure without having to give them a split dial. But yeah, no, I think this figure's well designed, and I think the rats are something that people need to be prepared to deal with.
Collect them now.
Yep.
Pete, what are your thoughts on the Pied Piper?
My only complaint about this figure, because I don't have any, I think he's overall well-designed figure and very cool, is that when I pulled him in sealed, there was no rats to be found in either one of my boosters. So I still played him because he was a super rare, right? So I usually don't get a super rare, and he still performed pretty well, even just being kind of a mind control pulse wave piece, honestly, in my leadership. So overall, I'm excited to see him deployed with the rats, but I think very, very cool figure, and really excited to see. And I like the pairing of him and Ratcatcher a lot. That 100 points does a ton. So I think that's something that you could potentially see definitely meta play with.
I would love to see animals come back in a big way, and I think that's a great start. So, 100 points, and you get 4 free rats. Who's next?
All right, next we have Clayface.
What is a synonym for transcendent? What is an unpretentious word for unrivaled? Can we beat the word unbeatable?
But I think we did have Kermit. I think it's only right that we get a resident member of DGen that is acted in a Batman movie. And no, I'm not talking about Michael Keaton. I have cut all ties with him. I'm of course talking about. He's talking about me, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So next, it's one of my favorites. It's Clayface. He's got the Batman enemy team ability. It's Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Underworld, Brute, Celebrity. What a coincidence. Those are my keywords. He has a trait. Accomplished actor. It's me. You got shape change. When Clayface uses it and succeeds, if he would have been the only target of the attack. The attacker can't choose another target. The attack is done. One more trait. I am a force of nature unto myself. I said that to Lou Ferrigno in my classic Pumping Iron. When Clayface hits or takes damage, after resolutions you may generate a 009 Clay critter on its red starting line, or a slime water terrain marker. If you generate the slime, this game that marker has characters that began to turn on this marker, can't be placed or use improved movement abilities. And he also has free. KO a friendly 009 Clay critter within 3 squares. If you do, Clayface may immediately use regeneration that's free. He has a special defense power on his clicks 1, 2, and 3, and his last click of click 8. Your power is useless, just like loose muscles. Nah, Mr. Universe is me. Invulnerability, when an adjacent opposing character misses Clayface, after resolutions you give him an action token. He has the dolphin symbol. I love dolphins. In 0 range, 1 target. 8 clicks. 8-11, 18-3 with the special defense power, charge, quake, and empower. Mid-dial, he goes back to just normal invulnerability, blade claws, and some close combat expert. And towards the end, it's sidestep, steal energy, and empower, where he ends on that defense power. Okay, everybody, so we've looked at this Clayface. He's 80 points. At first I say, what is this garbage? Get it off the table. But then as you know, I just read the card. He has shape change. If he succeeds, he cannot attack somebody else. You must deal with Clayface. He is like the Terminator, except made of mud and considerably less handsome. Then every time you hit him, every time you damage him, he makes a little clay baby. What is this? You punch Clayface. Congratulations! Now there are 2 Clayfaces. You punch him again. He's opening a daycare center. And when the little clay critter dies, Clayface regenerates for free. Get down! The mud is healing! But here's my favorite part. Invulnerability. You miss him while you're standing next to him, he gives you an action token. Your power is useless. That's right. You tried to attack Clayface, you failed, and now you're tired. He's good for 80 points. Absolutely. Is he going to win worlds? I don't know. Stop asking me stupid questions. But he give Clayface 4.5 protein shakes out of 5. Put them on the table. Make the clay critters regenerate. Annoy everybody. And if your opponent complains, get to the chopper. Next figure.
But do we like Clayface?
Oh, Always nice to hear from the former governor of California.
He's great. I do.
Yeah, he's
I
great.
do like him. I think Arnold's. I mean, making slime water. It's when he hits or takes damage. So if you're hitting him, he's going to be able to make a slime terrain marker.
I pulled him in sealed with none of the clay critters, so he was kind of limited on what he can do. It's to activate that free, which is always nice to be able to use the free regen. It's going to cost you 15 points, though. That seems like a lot.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, like, let's say you're able to use that free regen to really, like, go. Let's say he's on his last click. You use that free regen. You're going to go ahead and put him. Let's say you just roll a 2. He's going to be a 12 for 4 with Steel Energy, so he's going to be able to heal up to click 5. So it does give him a little bit. Being able to make that that slime marker is extremely good. So like you don't have to make the clay critters, but they're decent tie-up pieces for survivability. And I mean, if they do miss him, it's gonna be hard to miss a 16, but you know it's known.
And it gets generated.
I wish he had 4 through 6 senses or shape change. Yeah. Well, no, it says after resolution you may generate or it's gonna be adjacent to him. It seems. Because, yeah, after resolutions, you generate a clay critter on its starting line or a slime water terrain marker.
Oh, okay.
So adjacent to him.
If he's the one that hits, then at least you can put it in their square, most likely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if someone comes in for a close attack, then you can put the water in their square.
I think he's very cool thematically, but yeah, again, I think he's not that hard to take down. And then he's just going to bleed points if you try to do the regen at 15. The clay critters are nice little tie-down pieces, though. So being able to generate those guys, plasticity and shape.
Yeah, I think he does. He does bring some interesting things. He is a little bit overcosted if you want to play him competitively. I think that'd be great, just a fun. Like, I mean, even Brute, him on Brute, like now you're talking like crap. He might be worth 80 points at that point with like Titania.
He still drops too much though. He takes 1 damage. He's a 10 attack now for 80 points. You just can't have an 80-point piece that's supposed to be an attacker.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have plasticity either, right? So he's not going to tie down a piece that you hold there.
Oh no, he doesn't.
And then his defense goes down to a 17 real quick, and then the last 2 clicks are 16s. There's no protected outweight on him.
Yeah, his attack I'm not too worried about. Because you can bump that up with other people, with team player, whatever.
Do you know who else isn't worried about that? The people that you're attacking.
Exactly. Like, no, you use Batman enemy to bump his attack up. That's what I mean. Like when they have Batman enemy, their attack, you can't get away with that. The hard drop on the defense is kind of tough because I mean, 18s. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he dropped all the way to 16.
If he's going to drop that hard, he should start a lot higher.
But
give him like a 19. He's 80 points.
I agree, yeah.
And then he needs the plasticity. And then I'm guessing it has to do with him, losing clay over time as he gets beat and he's losing it and turning it into clay critters and all that. So it's supposed to represent him getting weaker because he's got less clay in him. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what the slime water terrain marker would be. Would just be so
very cool, like thematical piece, and again, a nice fun piece to play on a weekly game, but I think he's just missing a little bit to really be the clay face that you want.
Yeah, Arnold just hyped him up for me, and so I was thinking he's a little bit better than he really is.
Oh, did he? Did Arnold hype him up for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, talking about how like he's like the Terminator.
Oh, I heard.
And they talk about him opening up a daycare center.
That was pretty good, yeah.
That's it.
Pete, what's your take on Clayface?
I did just think he's overcosted. His values are weird. You almost have to play him with our boy Ventriloquist to even make him worthwhile as an attacker. And this is a piece that I'm like, all right, I'm going to play Batman villains, right? Or Gotham City Underworld. And I'm going to put it on the board and I'm going to watch it just die for 80 points every game without a problem because I'm never going to hit the shape change. He's going to get hit. He's going to generate a ton of slime markers and clay critters, and I'm just hemorrhaging points because I'm having to regen him up. And I just don't think he's doing enough offensively.
Yeah, he does a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, he's interesting. He looks cool, but
I think
this is
plasticity
not
and some
something.
giant reach 3, that would be like, okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, I think Giant Reach should have been on this. Absolutely. I don't have a problem with that.
That 80 points is just hard to swallow.
Yeah.
It is.
Is there something in the vault boost? I guess we'll go over that. Maybe there's something in the vault boosters that just make it amazing. But
what about the next one? Next one I'm excited for.
yes, this is Deathstroke.
Stop right there. Deadpool?
Deadpool? What? I'm not Deadpool.
I thought Deadpool was a good guy.
Why does everybody think I'm Deadpool?
You got them guns! And the swords.
Yeah, well, lots of people have guns and swords, okay? On the way here, I passed like 25 people with guns and swords. By the way, he should be saying that he's not me, okay? Because I came out like way before he did.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you're Deadpool. Look into the camera and say something inappropriate.
He's a team player in Justice League. They're against Justice. They're the Injustice League. Oh, there's the keyword. Injustice League. Secret Society, supervillains, assassin, marksman, martial artist, and soldier. It's Slade Wilson. The target at the beginning of the game for all friendly characters with this trait. Give the target token to an opposing character for all friendly characters with this trait. When a friendly character with the assassin keyword KOs an opposing character with the target token, you know it, you love it. 25 extra victory points. Although points don't matter. Second trait, I have a new contract to finish. I wonder if he knows where to finish. When an opposing character with a target token is KO'd after resolutions give an opposing character a target token, friendly characters with a target token treat that token as if it were generated by that trait. Oh, there you go. That's nice. 2-point lines, 80 or 60. At 80, he's running over elevated. He's targeting through hindering. He's got 5 range, 2 bolts of murder mayhem. He's 8 running shot, 12 energy explosion, 18 invuln, 3 leadership, and for 60 points you get no move and attack. So why would you do that to Slade Wilson? Because he's lethal. But he's 7 stealth, 11 pen size, 17 combat reflexes, and 3 range combat experts. So good old fashioned close defense and range combat. 80 points, right?
Yes, I think so. I'm not a fan of him starting on the stealth click, but I guess if you want that trait, 60 points for that on an assassin team is fine. You just need something else. What does he get for free? He gets the Amazon sword. What's it called? God Killer, yeah.
And... No, you go 80, because what are you going to be, if you play him at 60, he doesn't have leadership, and so now you're like, and okay, he's a 12 for 4, sure, but like those 20 points, you're getting a leadership.
3 clicks, yeah.
An extra 3 clicks, you know, like the perfect comparison, we were talking about this before we were recording, is like Ra's al Ghul from Notorious at 80 points.
Right.
Because he's going to be leadership and, you know, yeah, and this is...
You literally would play him
now,
for leadership and that trait.
And you can only do it once per turn because of the free action. Now here, you're like, okay, we KO'd the big piece. Now, we have a few more like little things. So now you're like, okay, we're gonna make like let's say like this construct, get the target token. You KO that, get 25 points. Then you can give it to another figure. So you can actually stack these more than once in a turn.
Right.
It's not tied to a free action. So you can potentially get, 4 actions, 4 attacks. You can get an extra 100 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this guy's great at 80,
absolutely full
for sure. You don't see the Pensai and the range combat expert too much together anymore, though. So even if you had, he doesn't get a bike or anything for free, right? Because I don't think it's worth going.
Trick arrows too.
Yeah, trick arrows. That's right. But the 5 range, 2 bolts, sees through hindering, and then he's got the improved movement elevated for the movement too. So super mobile, and being able to see people in the hindering is nice too. So I think this guy's awesome.
Yeah, but the God Killer sword works with his double target energy explosion. No super senses.
No mystics, yeah. Is that what you're putting on him then? Probably.
I think you have to. I don't know if the trick arrows are better on him, because I think there's more assassins that can utilize the trick arrows more. compared to him that you're going to be able to, because he's 80 points, so he's a little bit less than a third of your points. Now you don't have to worry about mystics because you just turn it off because they can't use it. They can't use super senses. They can't use mastermind. So,
is there enough right now in modern to do that?
I think it's God Killer for sure.
I think there is, and with assassin, I think potentially there's
instant silver potential, right? And I think there's so much super senses, so much mystics that makes sense to do the God Killer sword. Because if he takes 2 damage, which is very easy for mystics and energy explosion, he loses the leadership, and he's not exactly the person that you want going in first.
No, but you have to remember we have Des Trevius from Lantern Legacy that makes Sinestro Corps into assassin. So now you can get that because you can get the prime Sinestro as your prime. He's gonna have now of assassin to take full advantage of that trait.
Are we talking modern?
Yeah, I'm talking modern. Yeah,
Okay.
the Sinestro 2x2. Then you also have what is that? Kairu Sil, who gets really good.
She does not.
Yes, I think Kairu Sil is
the peanut base.
Very good with those.
Right?
The legacy card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a mess of a dial.
Good.
No.
It is. It is a mess of a dial, but you got to look at it this way. When you have the 5-point Orb of Agamotto, and then you're able to make these bystanders that all have perplex, and that you can just perplex everyone map wide, that's why I think she becomes good. Is because she can just, with that amount of perplex. If you have the recruits, the Sinestro Corps recruits, even with Assassin, there's that new Jeff for 20 points. I don't know. I think that there's potential there. You can get Gambit playing Pig in modern. Yeah,
you could do that. In silver, though, Talon for sure, right? Oh, come on.
Maybe. No, I'm serious. Like I don't. Yeah, so the problem is that Talon looks like the best assassin on paper, but Talon has not performed.
Because she's never had a team.
That's why I said maybe.
Look at what this guy does. Because
that's
her big thing is taking away defense powers, and once
I'm not saying no.
Once you kill that piece,
I'm just saying that
you don't get another one. So now you have a very reasonable. You get to pick exactly who you want to be the next target. I think that's a huge team. What is it? 140?
No, I'm just saying maybe. Yeah, I'm like I said, she's one of those figures that's really good on paper. So she might be the prime. I don't know. I'm not going to say a definitive yes.
I love the combo.
Result with her. I know you're a fan of it, but I can't just say absolutely 100%. I think that it is a maybe. I'm not saying no. It's just that we have to see her perform, with him. I think it's a good combo. I think we can all say
he's
Tila
all in
is
on,
definitely
he's
a
all
no.
in on Kyra.
I know, right? He's like, Talon's trash, but Kyra Sil sending her little werewolf souders is so good. No. They got outwit. That's pretty close.
I didn't say that at all. I said Kyra still has potential. She's able to perplex. It's not, no. And she's also not your prime. I said Talon. I was just throwing out ideas out there with the Sinestro Corps of saying that it could be there in modern.
So let's say
I'm so pissed he made me agree with you. That's what I'm mad about. I'm so pissed that he made me agree with you, Ruben. Damn it.
How many points is she?
I don't know why you agreed with him. I didn't say she's bad. Tila's bad. Kyra Sil's 40.
40. All right. So let's say you got 60 points. Are you doing Talon or Kyra Sil?
I just threw out Kyra Sil's name. If I have 60 points and I'm not using a prime, of course I'm going to go with Talon. I'm just saying that it's not a for sure thing that she would be it. I honestly think that playing Prime Sinestro as your Assassin Prime is potentially better.
It's not terrible. I would consider it before I declined and went with Talon anyway. That's the reason why I said
maybe. I'm not saying that Talon is bad. I'm just saying that it's a maybe because so far her track record is that she's one of those figures that performs better before the game starts because of what she can do more than what she does.
Well, you guys are talking about two different builds because you're talking in modern, Miles. You can absolutely play Prime Sinestro with him. And in silver, that opens it up to Talon. But I think you guys probably need to play this game and stream it on pay-per-view.
My silver team versus Miles' modern team.
Oh, no, Miles should be able to build silver.
Yeah, you know what? I like that. I'd like it. So here why. So because we have some people that scream the good players should have to, should have a handicap. And what better handicap than me being forced to play 300 points against a 400-point team? That's fair. That's
You got to play Kairu still, though.
Yeah, I will. I'll play her. I'll also play your favorite orb.
Yeah. Pete, is there anything you want to add on Deathstroke?
No. I'm not convinced there's anything in Modern, but if Miles thinks there's something there, I probably should go back and look at it again.
I just looked it up, too. There's Michael Donick. He's in Modern with him. He's assassin.
Merlin?
Merlin Donick. It's going to be called Merlin Donick from now on.
That's Merlin Donick.
I think I like Michael Merlin better, but
Michael Merlin, that's a good one. I like that. Yeah. So now we now know your team. We know you're listening.
Can we go three? Can we go three names? Michael Merlin Donick.
That's not bad.
Ooh, I like that. Let's go with that. Yeah.
All right.
MMD.
We're gonna go to the Prime version of Deathstroke. This is 047B Slade Wilson.
Oh, I'm not Deadpool. I am the greatest, most fierce, most nefarious, most ultimate supervillain the world has ever seen. I am
Slade. Wow, his name is really fun to say dramatically.
He's got the team player team ability, Hive, Secret Society of Supervillains, Assassin, Marksman, Martial Artist, and Soldier keywords. He has a trait, Sudden Betrayal. At the beginning of your turn, if Slade Wilson has 2 action tokens, you may choose an opposing character. If you do, that character becomes friendly to your force, makes an attack if able, then reverts forces. Another trait, You Know My Terms, giving him willpower and regeneration is free. And a special defense power on only his first 3 clicks, which is Prometheum Suit Impervious. When Slade Wilson uses it during an attack, increase the result of the d6 roll by +1 if the attacker is 100 points or less. So he is only 100 points. He has improved targeting, elevated, and adjacent to characters, 6 range, 1 bolt. He starts on his first 2 clicks with an 8 speed running shot, 13 precision strike, 19 with that special defense power, and a 4 outwit, and then eventually moves to sidestep, and then ending with charge and blades with exploit weakness, a little bit of prob in the middle. So obviously he's going to get compared to Prime Rogue. Is what he does enough to be a super rare Prime?
So yes, the answer to that is yes. I think I think it's a very unfair comparison to Prime Rogue, because Prime Rogue is Prime Rogue should not have been created the way that she was. So it's very unfair, but it is obvious that they're going to be getting compared. I do think that he's a good super rare Prime. But yeah, I also think that it's just unfair to compare him to Rogue.
Now, Miles, can he choose Rogue for Sudden Betrayal?
What do you think? Let's read Rogue. I'm gonna look up Rogue. So before I answer this, let's go into this. Opposing characters can't choose or target Rogue except for attacks. So I'm going to go with no.
Oh, so another point in Rogue's corner.
Yeah. No, I think he's good. It's one of those things to where he's a good figure, but he's coming out at the wrong time. Now, someone might be a huge fan of this figure and go, yes, I want to do this, take advantage of that sudden betrayal. But when you're looking at like if you're tearing up the primes and everything of why, like you're going to play him because you want to play him. You're not going to play him because you're trying to make, a top tier, S tier tournament, like major tournament winning build. Because unfortunately, this figure is just not that. He gets outshined by multiple things, even non-primes. But that doesn't mean that he's a bad figure per se. I think that he's well costed, and I think that's actually to his detriment, is that he's a well costed prime and not a prime that is undercosted. That's what hurts him.
I think he's a little overcosted to be a prime, to be honest with you.
Well, because you're comparing him to the undercosted primes.
But that kind of is what a prime is at this point, isn't it?
Somewhat. I mean, I think there's some primes that are, I mean, I hate to say it, but they're good for their points, you know?
Let me ask you this. If this guy was not a prime, what do you think he would cost? Because I think not a prime in 100 points is a fine choice. He's not protected outwit. He doesn't have any stop clicks. What would you say?
So this is honestly where, I mean, yeah, if he is cost as if he wasn't a prime, but that's because we're comparing him because we've had this horrible design choice of making primes completely undercosted. And I think it hurts figures like this that are actually well balanced, because you're putting a well balanced prime into a format where there aren't balanced primes to compare them to.
I think for a prime, 80 points would have been better. And then he sees play. But even a regen is free, he drops pretty quick. Yeah. Or give him that defense power. You can outwit it. Give him that defense power the entire dial. It's not even reduces pen damage. It's literally just you succeed on a 50-50 chance if the attacker is 100 points or less.
Yeah.
So I think he's just missing that little bit extra. But I'm guessing it's really that trait where you can just control somebody really quick from across the map.
I think that's a huge part of why his bloated his point cost. But like I said, I think that like in a vacuum, when you look at his dial and you're like, okay, and you're looking at like from a balancing perspective, like he's a well designed, well costed. But the problem is that we're looking at a game where we have so many figures undercosted that do more than him. And that, yeah.
There's honestly not a super rare in this set that I would not just grab at least for a fun game. So I do like all that stuff, but obviously we're looking at all these things as competitive viable or fun, or are they going to sit in a box and collect dust, which I don't think is the case for any of these.
No, he's not going to collect dust. He will be played.
He is still very cool, yeah, but I do think he's just a little overcosted for what he's doing. 100 points, a 30-year build, that just seems like so much. But again, maybe in silver, when that point cost is a little bit more manageable at only 25%, then there's something more there.
No, even then, I don't think so. I think it's because that you enjoyed the figure and you want to play the character.
Well, you shift to a more reason why. If you have 100 more points to shift to a little bit more of a defensive build, and if big maps come back to silver, I think this guy totally can do that.
Yeah. I just think that most people aren't going to grab him, but I think in silver, if you want to play this figure, he becomes a de facto piece to build around.
Yeah. Pete, any opinion on Slade Wilson?
I love his values. I don't like single target. I don't know why Deathstroke can't shoot things with both hands.
He's carrying a big sword.
He's carrying a sword. Deathstroke doesn't use guns.
He can't stab with one hand. Deathstroke absolutely uses guns. I think he's fine. I think he's prime worthy. I do. I think everything you guys talked about is the issues. Like, you're automatically, so what's the next thing you compare him to? Rogue. He's not Rogue. He can be dropped. He can be outwitted pretty easily. But I think he's super cool and very playable. I also would like him better at 80. But I just think that makes him more competitively viable because he's lower points at that point. But I think this guy's, a 13 printed attack is not nothing. So he's got a lot going for him.
I think, the only change is being a prime. I think 80 points would have been more fair. And if you get rid of the green ring, 100 points like he is.
Why is cliX 7 have an 11 attack? Like, what are we doing?
Because that's the one that you would land on, Pete.
Yeah, because
seriously, like, someone takes you couldn't just give him 12.
Good question.
The whole time, 13 and 12 the whole time. Like, what was the thought?
Well, he would have been 125 if it was 12, so they had to drop it in attack value to shave off that 25 points. Yeah, no, that is really weird.
So confused sometimes.
Yeah.
So here's a good comparison also, which is the next figure. So if we're comparing his little mind control trait, I know you can do it multiple times a game, but why don't we go over the next one?
Also, don't forget that they have to have 2 action tokens. before you can even do that. But yeah, so
Slade has to have
even
2.
hurts his case more. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so that hurts Slade even more. So next we have one of my
Well,
personal
no,
favorites.
I mean he just starts with 2, and you can still roll willpower. You just start the turn with 2, right?
No. Yeah.
If Slade Wilson has 2 action tokens, yeah,
yes,
that's all the trigger is.
So I mean, theoretically,
he's always doing something.
Well, you could, if you hit your willpower, you could keep the 2 actions then, because it's at the beginning of your turn. You check if he has 2.
Yeah.
You actually do that power before you move on to the next phase of the turn. So you could then do that, then roll your willpower, succeed, take an action token off, and then even if it's just like a move action to take that token back, you could do it again next turn. So you actually could theoretically get this more than every 3 turns. Or 2 turns.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough with because you have the 33% chance unless you're giving him like a green ring or the serum.
Which for that trick isn't terrible, honestly.
No.
50-50 shot to keep it going. Or geez, do you just do a like a Chair Panther thing and just remove the token? Give it back to him every turn? For 30 more points, you just get to do that starting turn 2 over and over again? Sorry, starting turn 3?
Yeah, no, yeah, if he's able to survive and everything, for sure. Like, that's why you're playing this figure, is for that trait.
Yeah, if you start to manipulate it, the math gets a little bit different. All right, let's go to the next one, though.
All right, and the next one, so this is probably figures closest in line to my favorite version of this character, and he was from the 80s, and it was played by Ernie Hudson. We have Cyborg.
You're gonna need a drink of water with this hot sauce, baby! Oh, it's on now. Give me that bacon!
With JLA team ability and Teen Titans team ability, he has the Justice League Teen Titans armor and robot keyword. He has 5 range, 1 target.
That's terrible.
He's got 2 traits. It's great. His first trait is Titans Together Cyborg. When a friendly character is healed by Titans, which is very important, it's just healed by it. Doesn't mean they have to have it. It means that just to heal by it, even if they can use it. After resolutions, you may place them up to 4 squares away from their current square. So we've already seen that with the multi-base where you can spin them. His second trait is Taking Control, which is exactly what you're talking about. It's once per game. Cyborg may use Mind Control as power, but instead targets any number of opposing characters that are equipped or have the armor, robot, or vehicle keywords, regardless of range, line of fire, or adjacency. He's 100 points or 50. He has a special attack power. That's Technomorph, Energy Explosion, Precision Strike, and Pulse Wave. At 100 points, he's got 8 clicks. He has flight. He starts with a 8, 11, 18, 4 with a running shot, the attack power, and invulnerability and outwit. He only has that attack power on the 100-point line. He then goes at 50 points to click 4, where it's 8, 11, 18, 3 with charge, pulse wave, invulnerability, and perplex, ending with regen and prob. So it's charge, pulse wave, but that's fine because you're going to be able to do that power. The one thing that's interesting is that how is this figure not unique?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So, I think this is a really great cyborg. 100 points. Like, this is where I wish he was unique, because now it's not. I don't think his 100 points is even worth even mentioning, because playing 2 of them at 50 is just better at 100 points. And this figure deserved to be unique from that Taking Control trait.
Right. So that's when you go back and compare him to 100-point Slade Wilson versus 250 points of him. You're able to target as many people as you can with those keywords or equipped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane what this cyborg does. It's also that Titans Together cyborg stacks if you have 2 cyborgs. So you're able to place them 4 and then place them another 4 when they heal. It's very important. It says when they are healed, which means that they have to click their dial to be considered healed. And that's in the comp, and it goes by that. So you can't just use Titans and not click them. So they can't be click 1 and do it. So that's very important. as well. But he's great, especially like with the Beetlejuice thing. It's really a great way to get Blue Beetle in position by using like a spectral armor or something that's healing them and then placing them so that way he's gets further into range. So yeah, this cyborg's one of, if not the best cyborg that we've ever got. I mean, realistically, for 50 points, especially when you compare him to the Batman team up for 50. They do totally different things, but this guy can just win a game. That taking control is insane.
Which I really do like his top line too, getting the energy explosion, precision strike, and pulse wave. But yeah, just overshadowed by what he does insanely, and the fact that you can play two of them at 50. But incredible cyborg.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that this trait, because we're going to see other Titans that do similar things, that not necessarily similar things, but they would work together where when something happens with the Teen Titans team ability, they can do something. Do you think this is enough to make a Teen Titans theme team worth playing?
In Silver, absolutely. I still think that the de facto prime for Titans in Silver, because of the keyword manipulation, is still Prime Beast Boy. I still think that that's the de facto. Like if you're going to be building a Teen Titans team and you're ranking the primes, I think the highest ceiling is definitely Prime Beast Boy. With Blue Beetle, and we have another prime coming here as well. But I would put Blue Beetle at number 2, and then this next prime maybe number 3. But okay. I absolutely in Silver 100% think it's there. Modern, it's tough. I think the Beast Boys that we do get do bring some interesting tech to Modern, but I'm not sure it has enough offense, even with the taking control. Because the good thing about it is that when they mind control someone, he mind controls them all. Like, so if you make sure they're all like they all have those keywords or equipment, they're going to have to be really careful on who they decide to move first, because the first person they move can't make attacks. So the more people that have this keyword or equipped, the better, because then it makes it harder for them to then try and gang up on a bigger piece.
Which the keywords aren't that good, but so many people are equipped. That's the real kicker.
Yeah.
And then you're obviously playing the 10-point one-shot Ravencroft from the Venom set to take away Battle Fury.
Oh, yeah.
If it comes into play.
Yeah, you have to.
It's already a pretty much must-play.
Crimson Gem, though, does get around this. So if you are using Crimson Gem as one of your equipment, they cannot mind control that piece, because it gives Safeguard mind control.
That's a good reason to continue to play it.
Yeah.
Pete, what do you want to say about Victor Stone Cyborg?
Should have been unique. Incredible at 50. I don't think you'll see him played at 100. I think you'll see 2 at 50 because he's not unique. Everything else you guys talked about was right on. The charge pulse wave is an interesting combination, but man, that taking control trait is bonkers, because you're going to be constantly seeing things that are equipped, obviously. So this guy is seeing meta play. In both Modern and Silver, this is a great piece.
All right. What about the next one?
Wally West.
I may not be as strong as Superman, but I'm just as fast. Maybe faster.
I wonder if Wally's short for something. Teen Titans. Justice League.
Walford
West.
Yeah, Walford.
Justice League Teen Titans Speedster. This guy's crazy good too. Let's move it, Titans. Friendly characters with Titans team ability have improved movement characters. Well, that's good. He's not even winded. He's got great cardio. Hypersonic speed when Wally West uses it and hits after resolutions remove an action token from him. Well, that's good. He's got improved movement elevated through blocking, doesn't destroy it, And through characters, he's 65 or 30. I think he's playable at both lines, to be quite honest with you, but I like him better at 65. 65, you get that super cool speed power, 10, 11, 17 super senses, 3 shape change, so dual rollouts. And at 30 points, you get 12 charge, 11 precision strike, 18 super senses, and 3 nothing on the defensive power. But the biggest thing here is all the Titans are just moving through characters. There are people with the Titans team ability, which is copyable. So now for 30 points, if you get a bunch of team players, you can do that.
Ooh, you can't. Sorry, Pete. So close to a good.
Oh, does that have to be printed on the base?
It does. It says with, not candy.
It doesn't have to be printed. It says with. So it doesn't have to be printed, but just have to. It has to give them the Titans.
Oh, so you can't do it from copying?
Not team player.
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Still a great piece, though.
Or a power that says they have it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you did
I don't
say,
like his defensive values at 65, though. Why is he a 17 to start?
That's a good question.
Probably
just to balance out what he's doing. At 30 points, giving your whole Teen Titans team the improved movement, though, is crazy. And just being able to, do a 6 charge, 11 precision strike attack, not bad at all. And that improved movement is great.
Speedster's got a huge boost with everything else they're doing anyway. So
that's what they needed.
This is another piece just to add to that.
Yeah, so let's say the loud part, the quiet part out loud. Okay, people are trying to complain about this sculpt. This is a classic HeroClix Flash sculpt that is yes, it is a reuse, but it's also a nod to the other Flash figures that we've got from before. This Wally West is also meant to be a support. You can tell, like 65 points at 17 defense. Like he's not good at 65, and so you're gonna be playing him at 30. It's totally fine. It's to have this Wally. He's giving your Titans the improved movement characters. Competitively, you're not playing him at 65. If you want to play him 65 at home, that's totally fine. Handing out the improved movement characters is just insane. It is. So you play him at 30 points. Now you're gonna be able to get a fun Wally figure. He has a 6 charge with precision strike. He's got speedster. So there's black flash on the sideline. So he is going to be hitting pretty decent. He also has the improved movement of ignores blocking, elevated, and characters. So he's going through whatever he wants. I think this is a very good support Wally. We've already had the harasser main attacker Wally with the caveman Wally. I do like this sculpt. I know there's people that hate it because they feel like it's a sculpt reuse, but I feel like it's a nod to the other Flashes with that, because it's cool to, when you have different characters in the same pose or whatever, to put them up for display. And I think this is a perfect example of that, because people also forget this is also collectors for people that collect the miniatures. So they might not play the game, but they see this and they want the figure to put up with their display. So I enjoy every aspect of this figure.
See, I can still see people playing him at 65 with that improved movement. Hypersonic with elevated destroys or moves through blocking without destroying it in characters. That's pretty disgusting.
The losing precision for that entire top dial seems a little wonky.
Could you consider giving him something like, I don't know, what universal weapon? You could pick it. Is there anything that gives precision strike right now?
Yeah, but it's for 15 points. It's not worth it, though, giving him the Pegasus. Yeah, like I said, I just don't... Competitively, he's just not there at 65 points, because now if you're giving him equipment, you're now turning him into 75 or 80 points.
But you get to run him back, and he's safe. I think you do put up something.
Yeah, but now he's 80 points to your build. Or 70 points, 75 points to your build. No, I said you can. I think that he's better suited at 30. Because now 30 points, you do get the precision. I know he doesn't have the hypersonic speed, but now you're like, okay, I want to give him hypersonic speed. You can give him one of the new motorcycles or the Bat Cycle for 15 points. Now he's 45 points. He now has hypersonic speed 12. And the only difference is that he doesn't remove an action token from himself, but he now has precision strike and he's got 2 more speed.
That's not the only difference.
For 20 less points.
The bigger difference is the fact that he charges up there and then he just sits there and sets up camp and takes his pants off.
No, I said for 15 points, you can give him a Bat Cycle, which isn't unique, to make him 45 and choose to give him hypersonic speed and willpower. The only difference now is for 45 points, you don't remove an action token. And now you get 2 more speed if you play that for 20 less points of him at full. And you also
4
get
less
precision.
clicks. That's so easy to take him down, though, then.
It is, but you're still, it's still a 20 less, you're still paying, the investment's still less.
So I think you can.
So you're able to build more around him with that.
I think you can make him I think you can make him a second or tertiary attacker, even though it sounds expensive for 75 with something like the universal weapon at full. Or you're just making him a piece that is giving all of your characters the improved movement. And if you really need to, later in the game, you can just charge up there and hit. That's my take on him.
Honestly, I like him with the bat cycle. I like him with the bat cycle, even at 3 clicks.
45, 3 clicks?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's better than 75. Yeah, absolutely.
75 for 7 clicks?
Yeah.
And universal? All right. Pete, do you want to weigh in on this one?
I think he's going to get more play at 30. If he's going to get any play at 30. I don't think you're going to see a ton of him if not. I mean, maybe on a speedster team, but he's going to be pretty much on Teen Titans, right? He's not doing anything with Justice League to make that keyword better, really. He just can play on Justice League.
He's another option on full speedster team.
Yeah, but he's not really granting that what you're looking for of the improved movement. That's really the biggest thing about this piece, and I think the best utility of that's at 30 points.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. You bring him up in attack, he's just getting murdered, but it's you just don't bring him up to attack. I could see him played at 65. I just don't see equipping him at 65. I think you kind of just leave him at 65 and build other things. But I think at 30 you could put some equipment on him and make him a little more durable, a little better attacker. But the biggest thing this guy is doing is handing out that improved movement.
Yeah, if people are going to build him with him, it's probably 30. I just think that there's potential at 65 with some equipment. All right, let's go to the next one. This is 050 Cheshire.
So like the Cheshire Cat, they'll just disappear.
With the team player team ability, League of Assassins, Secret Six, Secret Society of Supervillains, Assassin, and Martial Artist keywords. She has a trait, bringing back this inherited technique. Hers is when Cheshire is KO'd. Oh, it's the whole inherited technique. We know how that works, right? Yes. So you can give it to somebody else. Hers is a special attack power, which is Poisoned Claws, Blades, Claws, Fangs. Poison, when Cheshire uses it, she may use it as a power instead of free, and if she does, roll a d6 and deal damage equal to half the result instead. So that's her special attack power on her whole dial, and that's what she gives to a player after a piece after she gets KO'd. She has a special speed power only on the second 2 clicks of each dial that she starts on, so she never actually starts with it. Oh, the fun we could have, plasticity and sidestep. And then free, choose an opposing character within 2 squares in line of fire. Place the chosen character in a square adjacent to itself. Improved movement, elevated. She's either 60 or 35 points. 60 points gives her 8 clicks. She starts with an 8 charge, 11 with that special attack power, 18 combat reflexes, and a 3 shape change. And then 35 points gives her a 6 charge, 10 special attack, 17 combat reflexes, and a 2 shape change. So I think that these are both very well costed point lines.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel about the inherited technique trait, though. I don't think it's well utilized.
No, I do like if you give her the Red Lantern ring. I mean, being able to give her penetrating up to 3 penetrating damage.
Would you do that at 35?
I think so, yeah. I think at 60. I mean, I guess even at 60, maybe, but
it's 25 more points, 4 more clicks, and all of her stats go up by 1. Speed up by 2.
Yeah, it just depends on what the build is that we're looking at. Is there going to be something that, like let's say that, like the Deathstroke, for instance, if you're like, okay, we have enough points to either bump up Cheshire or Deathstroke, okay, so we'll give Cheshire the ring and then we'll bump up Deathstroke to 20 points. I think that's where it's going to be, important.
But they
is going to be able to
also,
build.
you have to use it as a power action. So are you running up and basing somebody and then just hoping that they don't KO you?
Well, you don't have to. You can.
Yeah.
She may use this power. Yeah, no, it's one of those things that's it's tough. I do like that. But yeah, it's one of those things that it's probably better on paper, but still, I think she is built unique enough to where there could be something there if you're able to like generate or place or stuff. Luckily, she's 35, not 25. If she was 25, then we're gonna be seeing her everywhere.
No, again, like super fun thematic piece, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And dials deep enough that you can kind of throw her in a little bit. That's where I think the 60 point is nice. And
But now you're looking at that technique. If you play her at 35 and she gets KO'd, you're going to have another martial artist that isn't equipped. Now they get that technique.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be handing out that poison as power. So I mean, I that's why I do think maybe you just leave her unequipped and send her up there and be like, oh yeah, we're either going to poison. Like, oh, if they KO me, then okay, we're going to go ahead and hand this off to another martial artist character. And I think at 35 points, that's where it feels better. Because I mean, if you
But does it feel good? It just feels less bad. I don't
think
know.
so. I mean, I think that if you're building around it, I think it's totally fine. I really do, because you're like, okay, we'll send her out there, and so now it's like, okay, you want her to get KO'd, and now like, do they want to KO her? Because now you're like, okay, we have this figure that you're having a hard time dealing with, and
I think
now we're gonna boom.
You need a large team to put her on. That just sounds like a terrible strategy to throw up a 35 point piece just for a special power poison.
Well, yeah, in a vacuum, of course, but that's what I'm saying. I'm giving
All right,
ideas to be used to build on it.
Open it up as much as you want. In Golden Age, it still sounds terrible. There's no vacuum.
I don't. I do believe that there is a viable strategy of where you're going to be throwing pieces out as bait. This is a figure that does something unique, and it's like, crap, if she gets KO'd, I can't use this. Except now, with the inherited technique, you can still use it on something else. And so you're going to be able to throw her out there as bait. And so they're going to have an option to either try and deal with her, or she's going to be able to use her poison power. It's all about the team that you're building around her. And to do that in a vacuum, of course, that sounds like a bad idea. It just depends on the team building what you're going to be building around with it. We've seen plenty of teams do that.
The only option is many, and it has to be a martial artist too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it needs a multi pieces, and they need to already be set up surrounding the opposing character or opponent.
Look at Eternity, for instance. Okay, we're going to send her out there because we are also playing the freaking, what's it called, the Atrocitus Dexstar, for example. All right, so that means they can use poison from range. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and have Eternity's now going to get that trait, and now it's going to be a poison from range. Boom. So it's that's just that's just an idea. Is it saying that it's great? No, I'm just saying there is potential when you look at, especially when you look at characters with martial artist.
Pete, do you want to weigh in on Cheshire?
I like her. I agree with Miles. At least if you're giving up 35 points, she's then making your team more lethal if they're unequipped. This is actually a technique that works very well with all martial artists because most of them are going to be close attackers. I think she's very well costed for 8 clicks for 60 points and very playable. And her numbers are reasonable, and you get blade set. The speed power being on the clicks it's on is really interesting to me. But I guess whatever. I don't understand that philosophy of throwing the coolest stuff on clicks that you have to get hit to, but unless it's like a stop click. But I like her at both point lanes. Honestly, I like her better at 35, but I think at 60 you could definitely play her.
You really have to just plan on how much damage you're dealing her.
I found the piece to use her with. I mean, he has seen some decent play. Wong, the one where if he's adjacent to exactly one opposing character, he's got some survivability. She dies, you give that to Wong. Wong is now tying them up, and now instead of doing the attack, you're like, all right, we're gonna do poison
instead of flurrying with precision.
Yeah.
You're gonna risk a D6 roll? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You're not.
All right, Talon. All right, now all of a sudden we're gonna give Talon it. We're gonna use that for Talon. I'm just,
Do you have an actual piece that makes sense?
I'm going through here. No, there's some like interesting martial artists that have potential. I like Prime Craven actually seems decent enough, potentially. I'm looking to see if there's anyone that can poison after being moved.
So she does she does just give. Oh, actually, I don't think they'd be able to do it then, though, would they? Because then you have to use the trait poison versus.
Yeah, it all depends on like how it's worded.
Yeah,
and like this. Yeah.
I mean,
well, then you get tarot. You can find someone that has the tarot keyword and martial artist, because then you're going to have that poison power. That poison.
There's not many tarot. I don't think that exists, does it?
There is. Yeah, they have the poison where they can be used even after moved or placed. It's so cups, I think, or something.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a martial artist that has the tarot keyword also.
No, yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now.
Who's the fire chick from Strange Tales that starts with the K, I think? Does she have it?
Kushala.
Yeah, does she have it?
That's looking to see if there's 0 units. Never mind. So
I think
can't do that.
She does just give blades and poison if she gets KO'd, though, so that's not bad. I think that the power version of it is really not important. You're just looking at potentially giving somebody poison and blades, which is
terrible. No, I just think that there's value for it at 35. Yeah,
and that put Ares on your sideline, right? Maybe you give a martial artist with hypersonic blades.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're not giving it to Wong, though. Miles, tell us about the bronzest of all the tigers.
Well, it's Bronze Taker.
I ain't ever gonna turn down whooping somebody's ass.
All right. He actually reminds me of King from the Tekken games. But we have Bronze Tiger with the Suicide Squad, which is very fitting because that's all this figure does is die. He has the Justice League of Assassins, Suicide Squad, Assassin, and Martial Artist. He has the inherited technique trait, which we've already went over. He has a special defense power on clicks 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. So no starting line. Combat reflexes and willpower. So it's really cool because you can just get hit right off that. And he has his damage power, his technique, anger as a weapon. And it's on clicks 1, 2, and then 5, 6, 7 of his 7-click dial. It's an exploit weakness when bronze attacks opposing characters can't use shape change.
This guy's a great 50 points.
0 targets. I think he's okay. 0 range, 3 targets, improved movement, elevated in characters. He's 8, 12, 18, 3 with charge, precision, super senses, and the special damage power. And then mid dial, he has sidestep blades with that defense power, and then empower, and then he ends on the defense power with the speed power. No, I think it's okay. It just sucks that why can't he just have that defense power? No, why can't he just have that defense power throughout?
He's got 3 damage, exploit weakness, and precision strike with a 12 attack, and 3 bolts, and he ignores elevated and characters. I think that's pretty good for 7 clicks.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand why the defense power. Come on now. It's on all but 2 clicks. Just give it a bolt, I wanted to have him super senses. All right, give him traded super senses.
I think I would have rather seen it.
Whatever, it's just
maybe the first 2 clicks super senses, and then he goes to the combat reflexes willpower for the rest of the dial instead of the random on click 4.
That would have been better, yeah.
Unless he was maybe
I'm gonna hit you for 3.
Yeah. I don't mind it in the beginning.
You hit him for 3
when he's starting the fight. Or someone tries to shoot him or something.
Just give him the 2-18 defense. Yeah, give him the 2-18 defense super senses. Yeah, something like that. I mean, even it just I don't like because
It almost
If
looks
they're
like he
doing
was
this
supposed to
with
be
like every figure,
2-point
okay,
lines.
but
That's what I was
it
going to
does look
say.
like
This
that.
looks like a classic 2-point line dial.
Click 5 looks like a 25 pointer for 3 clicks.
I don't know about that. I'd say still 30. I don't mind him. I think he's pretty neat for 50 points. He does a ton of stuff. And then when he gets KO'd, you're giving a character exploit weakness, and the character can't use shape change when they attack.
Yeah.
I think he's...
Does the other character get that? Because it says when bronze ties your attacks. Did they gain the keyword?
His name? No, when you take a power from a character like this, you replace the name with the name of the character that gets it. And it might even say it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say it on here, but it says it, yeah. It says it on the inherited technique. Like their name becomes that name. So
that's good to know, because I would assume he would just get the exploit weakness. But yeah, that's awesome. I like him a lot, honestly. I don't know what Miles hates about him. I just think his dial is once again
I don't
it's just
hate
weird.
him.
It's like
I don't like if you're gonna do the special defense power, like come on now. We see so many figures where like with Cheshire with that like the speed power, and then you're gonna see other figures where like it's stacked together. It's just like it makes no sense why some characters are like, okay, here. And then you're gonna have other characters where if they put the speed powers and the powers to where they were start at, they would actually see play. But instead, you're crippling the chances of a figure being played for some weird reason. There's no rhyme or reason to it, is what I'm saying.
I think click 4 was the low dial. Because you go back to charge and 12 attack. And I know they're trying to say like, oh, this is guys, they're fighting for Gotham. They're doing the street fighting for Gotham. They're punching, and it's a fist fight. And so people are getting their wind, and they're losing their wind. And there's bronze tigers and Cheshires. And, oh my! But it's just weird. Like you can't. One of the biggest things that you try to avoid in this game, in my mind, is inconsistency. Like you build a team, you utilize your points, and then you're like, all right, here's 50 points of cool, but you can't count on his dial at all.
He's got the good stuff in the beginning. We always say you can't count on getting the stuff later on in the dial. So those are the powers that I would want him to start with, is a charge, 12 precision strike. He can ping everybody and they don't get to use shape change, and it doesn't matter if they have a reducer, they're still taking 1. I don't know. I really do like him. And he's the coolest tiger enthusiast I've ever seen. He has a full tiger mask.
Bronze Tigger.
It's not a mask.
T-I
That's a face.
It's not a face.
It's a mask.
All right.
Oh yeah, we'll get to prove it. When you get your figure, take the mask off.
It's not how figures work. All right, who's next?
Batman Ninja.
I am no longer the Batman. I will be what the Bat Clan calls me. I will be their prophecy. I will be the legendary ninja who will bring peace to their land.
He's Batman. He's also a ninja, which implies before he didn't have ninja-like characteristics, so they named him Batman Ninja, so you wouldn't be confused. He's got Batman Ally, which grants stealth, Batman Family, Gotham City Detective, Martial Artist, and Past. Past is back, baby. You can make him an Avenger. Who am I without technology? That's a good question, Bruce Wayne. Once per game, when Batman Ninja or an adjacent friendly character would be hit, you may remove an equipment equipped to Batman Ninja from the game. If you do, all targets evade that attack instead. If Batman Ninja is equipped, he can't use his other trait and special power, Protected Pulse Wave. I know you're thinking to yourself, what is his other trait? Well, I'll tell you. Masters the ways of the ninja. So good. Smoke Cloud is free. If Batman Ninja occupies hindering terrain, increase a single d6 rolls +1. When Batman Ninja is missed by an attack after resolutions, you may place him in a hindering terrain marker within range. He's got a special damage power, and he's got it on all 4 clicks of his top dial and his first 2 clicks of his smaller dial. Our weapons will be everything that exists. That sounds dangerous. Empower Leadership. When Batman Ninja uses Empower, he considers other unequipped characters within the martial artist keywords as adjacent to himself. He moves through elevated. He's 3 range single target. He is a 10 attack. He is 12 Blades, Claws, Fangs, 19 Toughness, 3 Special Damage Power, and for 60 points, you get 8 Charge, 11 Blades, Claws, Fangs, 18 Combat Reflexes, and 3 Special Damage Power. Miles, tell me why you hate him.
Well, I don't hate him. I think that it was a very, very missed opportunity for this. This was a Batman anime that was made, and the missed opportunity was instead of naming him Bruce Wayne, it was to name him Bruce Wang. I think that was a huge missed opportunity because it's a full anime from Japan. Like, it's not based off of a comic book or anything. So I would have liked to see him named as Bruce Wang.
When I was looking for sound clips, I actually did come across some clips from that. He like time travels or something, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, they time travel to feudal Japan. I think they should have just had it start like where we get a Japanese Bruce Wayne.
Sure. It's probably not the most important part of this figure. Amazing.
Well, the Japanese name is Ninja Batomon. So it would have been cool if he would have named him Ninja Batomon instead of Batman Ninja.
No, that I agree
Ninja
with.
Batomon sounds so much cooler.
It does. So his big thing really is that he's going to say that you don't get to hurt me and I'll remove my equipment from the game, right? So a 100 point piece that can say not this time, which you're probably doing relatively early on so that you can get the empower and leadership.
Well, so yeah, because if he is equipped, like you can't use that damage power or his other trait.
Right, and you want that stuff pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
So you're probably throwing him out. He's probably going out pretty early, right, as your main attacker.
Yeah.
And then do you think that people probably would even consider not hitting him, and then you can do the same thing and protect an adjacent friendly character too, because they probably don't want to give you that stuff either. So you're almost kind of, testing the opponent. Are they going to want to even hit you and put you on that other stuff?
Yeah, I like him at 60 with that. It's the 100 points is just, man,
it's not terrible. It's four clicks for 40 more points. Isn't terrible. And that ability to just say no once. But yeah, 60 points is probably a better place to play him.
Yeah, I do like him though. We should have got a ninja keyword.
Yes. At least he got martial artist. Pete, do you like?
Yeah, there you go. You're gonna give. This is actually a perfect example. You kill your 35 point Cheshire and you give him the poison.
Why? And just give him a 5-point Joker fish that everyone has 50 of.
Yeah, but you're gonna KO it anyway.
It's true. You are going to.
So, yeah.
You're not going to play Cheshire with him to give him poison for 35 points.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, no. So he's going to start the game equipped, right?
Yes.
But you're going to be using that to save him, or you could even put him adjacent to Cheshire, so you're able to save him or Cheshire. So he is no longer equipped, which means that if Cheshire does end up getting KO'd, which she most likely will, then you can give it to Batman Ninja. So this is what I'm saying, is that, he's actually a better choice than Wong. I think Bruce Wang is a better choice than Wong.
Well, it sounds like you would just let Cheshire purposely die on purpose to give Batman poison for 35 points.
No, but if you're going into a game saying Cheshire's never getting KO'd, I think you're playing the game wrong. She's going to die.
Well, when you put her on your team with Ninja Batman, you are already playing the game wrong.
Well, yeah, because you're not. Because Ninja Batman doesn't exist. This is Batman Ninja.
I'm going to call him Ninja Batman. Pete, is it Ninja Batman or Batman Ninja?
Well, I believe Miles explained to us in the last podcast that the last name is actually pronounced first because that's a family name. So his family name is actually Ninja, so it's Ninja Batman.
Yeah, all right. And are you playing 35-point Cheshire
Damn it, me and my names rules.
For basically equipable poison for 35 points?
What are you equipping?
playing him with Cheshire so that you can get him poisoned for 35 points.
No.
Miles is building some tech right now where you KO Cheshire for 35 points to give Batman poison.
I think what's interesting about this piece is
he didn't hear the argument.
I think what's interesting about
Batman
this piece is it's really two different pieces.
So, and then in order to save himself, he then unequips. Mid game to late game, Cheshire will get KO'd after Batman's Ninja Batman. Yeah, I know, is unequipped, which means that now then he can use it, is what I'm saying. So I'm building up from, like, we just went over Cheshire, so like Batman Ninja is a good, piece to play with her.
Mm-hmm.
For 135 or 95 points, it's something you can do.
Yep.
Plus the cost of equipment. I think he's those two pieces. I think that everybody evades is super powerful on the right team, but because it's not just him, right? All targets evade that attack. So that's really interesting. But losing that smoke cloud ability that's a tough decision. Tough decision. I don't know. That toughness, that top dial toughness just says to me he's going to be low dial really quick anyway. So it's not going to matter.
Yeah, it's probably better to have a 40-point piece on your build instead with him.
Yeah. Right. I think he's cool. He looks cool. He plays better than you think he does. I played against him. Somebody pulled him in sealed, and he can he's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, honestly,
against your all-rare team.
It's yes, against my Pied Piper and my stupid Bizarro crappy piece.
All right,
Bizarro is going to win a monthly when you least expect it. He's good.
Will not. All right, going to 053A Blackfire.
I always was the better fighter.
She's got the Cosmic Energy team ability, Cosmic Ruler Warrior keywords. She has a special attack power, Starbolts, knockback. When Blackfire hits 2 or more characters with a range attack, she may deal her printed damage to each hit target instead of normal damage. She has a special defense power, the Bad Seed, invulnerability, Mastermind. When Blackfire uses Mastermind, if the chosen character is KO'd, after resolutions, remove an action token from Blackfire. And then a special damage power, Temerian Tyrant, leadership. And when Blackfire removes an action token from a friendly character, she may deal that character 1 unavoidable damage. If she does, that character modifies their combat values +1 this turn. She is 145 points for 8 clicks. She has improved targeting, hindering, 6 range, 2 bolts, flight, 8 speed hypersonic, 12 with that special attack power, 19 impervious, and a 4 special damage power. And then she loses that after 2 clicks. The special attack power that is goes to Energy Explosion Running Shot for 3 clicks. And then she becomes, on her last 3 clicks, a charge super strength with Close Combat Expert and that special defense power. So 145 points is absolutely way too much, even if she could deal 4 damage or 5 damage to 2 targets. I got to play her in sealed and she was fine, but I think that, she just, for 145 points, this is like half your build right here for only 8 clicks. It's, just not enough.
Let me tell you.
When this was first shown, I was optimistic.
You were.
Go ahead, Pete. Yeah, I'll tell you why.
No, because you thought those were stop clicks.
Exactly. I was optimistic. If those last 3 clicks are stop clicks, she's 145. And it sucks to say that. Yeah, this is... All we got to do is look at other figures that are a 145 and in modern, and you're like, yeah, this is why. And it sucks because she is doing something unique and interesting. It's like, but she can deal her printed, she can deal her normal damage to everybody. Okay, but 145 is just too many points.
Well, here's the thing, right? So she's doing that on her hypersonic click. So she's automatically going to go down to that 3 range. So she still needs to get kind of close. And she's got the knockback, and she's dealing 4 damage to each. So first she has to, you're risking half your build to throw her out there. And then she has to hit both characters in the first place. So no shape change, no super sense can succeed. And then even if she hits, like, it's not penetrating. So let's say they reduce
she's taking
2.
And she's taking 2 mystics.
Ooh.
Yeah, she could take 2 mystics.
So what we're
knockback is probably not going to matter
what you're
either
saying
with
is
the reducer.
Her range half is bad, and she's not dealing penetrating. What if we can have her hypersonic speed with her full range and deal penetrating for free?
Are you talking about a tomb?
Yes. But then she takes one.
Yeah, but then she takes the damage. You can do that twice before she loses that power altogether. And she's only got 8 clicks, and she needs every single one of those clicks to not see click 9, which is KO.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I can't play this piece. Because in my local play group, too often there's a famous sentence of, yeah, that's 5 or 6 damage straight through. Because everybody has exploit weakness or Pensai. There's been times where I've been playing on Monday nights against other people when I just keep clicking my dial and they're like, what are you doing? You have a reducer. And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm not used to any reducer mattering except invincible. So I would never play this piece because it would just get one turned so hard for 145 points.
Yeah, you don't have much
So
to
if you
protect
change
her.
that impervious to invincible, I still think she's overcosted. But I think
100%.
have a potential argument.
She would need
But yeah,
a trait that like is reduced penetrating damage, deals penetrating damage. I mean, for 145 points, she has to do this is
So yeah, so I'm looking at to see. I'm gonna look at figures that are exactly 145 points. You know, I think that's so. Here we go. This is a perfect example. Arkillo from Lantern Legacy at full is 145 points. So, and that's the only piece in modern besides the Smash and Destroy Juggernaut chase at low. But I think that Blackfire is better than that Juggernaut. But I mean, Arkillo, a rare, I think is a perfect example of a figure that's 145 points. You know, and that because he's gonna be able to get potentially 2 attacks.
Right.
And yes, Dark Blackfire only gets 1, but at 145 points, Arkillo, who is a rare, has 4 clicks of invincible to start.
Mm-hmm.
So that's and he's a rarity is even lower than the super rare.
And then
so
you have that leadership power too, right? How many more attackers do you have where you're wanting to damage them to up their combat values +1? First, you can't even plan on that leadership power going off, but what else are you putting on your team for 155 points? This is no equipment, and this is no sideline or anything like that you're damaging your character to give them +1 combat values.
Yeah, it's... My favorite thing was the cliX bads mentioning trying to sell her for $50 when they pulled her. When this set became to go, hey, once the set is there, he's like, this is definitely a $50 super rare. And I'm like, this is definitely a $5 super rare in 2 weeks.
So where do you think that
I love it, yeah.
she would be?
Bomb and sealed. That's it. Bomb and sealed.
Well, I had Martian Manhunter, the Astral, outwit her, or I'll have her be able to be outwitted, and she got knocked down real quick with that. So even in sealed,
oh god,
even in sealed, not the bomb you might think, but she was.
This is just such a like. What are we doing? Super rare.
So what would you say, without changing anything else? What would you say the real point value would be to actually play this competitively?
Competitively?
I mean, so
let's just cut it in half. 75.
Points.
She's 8 clicks. Is 75 way too
think
little?
I think 80? 75. I think so. I think 100 because because once you get to 75 points, then it feels like this is a prime potential with it being, because primes are always going to be a little bit better than normal.
75 is probably
points,
low. I was just cutting it in half to start.
90.
But
90
it's interesting
you have
because
to put
now
Animal Man on her. You have to.
But now you're going to compare her at 75, 70, and I think this is actually a point towards potentially why she should be 75. Because now if you look at the super rare from the same set that we went over with the first super rare, comparing her to the non-prime Deathstroke, I think he's 7 clicks deep, but he does a target trait, so that's going to blast a little bit. I mean, I think you could potentially say, yeah, 70 points could be there. I think that even 85. I think Deathstroke is about where you want because they're similar. Yes, I know it's different because, she has, able to do that. But, Deathstroke's able to get those extra points with those target tokens. And so a target token has to be worth something. I think that she is a lot closer in point value-wise to Deathstroke. And the reason why I say Deathstroke is instead of Clayface is because if you look at Clayface is 80 and she's 145, and you're like, man, yeah, if you're just looking at them, yeah, he's half to her cost if that's the design philosophy that you're going for. Then you can also look at her 145 points and look at the Cyborg, and Cyborg is just so much better at 100 points.
That's a good one right there. Yeah, look at 100 points for Cyborg versus Blackfire at 145. She should be no more than 100 points.
And I think that's why I think
we can agree on that.
Yeah.
But even if she's 100 points, I don't see her making teams without dealing some sort of penetrating. I guess maybe then you could start considering.
But that's where
a tomb.
That's where it changes. Yeah, I think at 100 points, because you're getting that extra 45 points. I think now this is a figure that you can build around. Is it going to win major tournaments? No, but it's one of those fun pieces that all of a sudden becomes competitively viable as a fringe piece because she does something interesting. Maybe you're a huge fan of this character, and you don't have to feel bad about putting her on the map for 100 points, whereas you're playing her for 145 points, and it's just you're starting the game behind already with her as your main attacker when you compare. I'm not saying that every piece needs to be like Prime Rogue or anything, but I want to see more pieces be playable, and when you see them on the map, you're like, yeah, I can see why she's being played.
Yeah.
This is a piece that you put on for competitively, period, that you put on the map just because you like the character. And I hate that. I hate that a blind boosters have these pieces that just they're not competitively viable, and it sucks that yes, modern potentially has the potential to be wider and not as stale as the tournament results show. But the problem is that we have figures like Blackfire and like Dust Collecting Kerr and other super rares that it's just I don't know the reason why. It feels like they're designing these figures to just not ever be played. This is a game, period. That's just how it is. This is a game, and so when you're looking at these figures, you want to try and look at these figures from a competitive standpoint, even if a lot of people don't play competitive. I just want all these pieces to be playable. I don't want to feel like even going to a fun tournament, a fun event, to where I'm playing behind the 8-ball because this figure is so overcosted compared to something similar.
Right. The higher it goes, the more you're just locking out what's actually playable, and she just is way too high.
Yeah. Just like the rent, it's way too high.
All right, let's go to her prime side.
So, unfortunately, it's sad. I thought it was going to be Venom, but it wasn't. So we have Starfire.
The greater the struggle against your power, the more it resists. Embrace what you have inside. Let it become you, and you will find what you are meant to be.
With Cosmic Energy and Titans, she has the Justice League, Outlaws, Outsiders, Teen Titans, Cosmic Ruler, and Warrior. Friendly characters may use Titans as free. Friendly characters with Titans modify their attack and defense +1. Tamaranian Physiology. So when Starfire is hit by a range attack, after resolutions, you may heal 1 click. Because we all know we're in the yeet and skeet era. So that matters. At the end of your turn, if Starfire is outdoors, you may heal her 1 click. And then she has a special attack power from clicks 1 through 6 of her 8-click dial. Charge Starbolts, Precision Strike, and Quake. Hits with a range attack. After resolution, she may use Quake as free as if she occupied the squares of a hit target. She's got 6 range, 1 bolt. 125 at full, and her 70-point line starts on click 4. But at 125, she has flight, 7 speed, 12 attack, 19 defense, and 4 damage with hypersonic speed, the charged Starbolts, invincible, and shape change, which is the only click with shape change. On click 4, she has 8, 11, 18, 3 with running shot, charged Starbolts, invincible, and no damage power. And then her last 4 clicks do have close combat expert mixed in a little bit with the running shot. But it makes sense because you have the Quake as free, so then you're able to running shot, and then Quake is free, so the close combat expert will make up for that. And then lay down's charge, super strength, and combat expert toughness.
Mm-hmm.
I still think she's the weakest of the Titan Primes. But I do like what she does. It just, 125 is just... Sure, she's 125. This is what's really interesting, is that when you're looking at this just in blind from this set, and you're looking at the 2 super rare primes, like, her at 125 and Slade at 100 makes sense. But when you're looking at the game as a whole, modern as a whole, Slade is overcosted at 100. When you look at it from, other primes and what they do similarly for the same price. And now you're paying 125 points for her. It's just, it's perfectly like comparing her to Prime Rogue. Like Prime Rogue has 7 clicks instead of 8. Okay. But now it's like, okay, where's this extra 25 points coming from? And that's where it gets really hard. Because you can't play Rogue on an X-Men team or a Teen Titans team. Okay, like friendly characters can use Titans as free, and you want to play that with Cyborg. Okay, so now you're at 175 points. What the hell are you going to do with the extra 125 points without even including equipment? 14 Titans. If you want to play her at full. Now you're talking about, okay, we're going to play her at 70. She's only got 5 clicks of health at 70. She goes down hard.
How hard does she go down?
For your prime. We can talk about the dolls in the dumpsters all we want. It's just done.
I think this is where, again, she's already going to be overcosted, but all the stuff that she does, so friendly characters may use the Teen Titans team ability as free, and friendly characters with the Teen Titans team ability modify their attack and defense +1. So you're obviously paying for this, and to get the most out of her, she's going to have to be on a Teen Titans team. Right?
Yeah, but
no, she gets it herself.
She does get it herself, but
but if you're
I know somebody
playing her,
really
she's a 13 for 20.
Starfire, but
13 for 20?
She's a 7, 13, 20 and 4.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, that for 20.
At 70, she'll get 12 for 12 attack, 19 defense. I don't see there at any point her being playable at 125 outside of just a fun Titans build. And like I said, like if you're looking at a fun Titans build, it's usually not going to be modern. And I think that you can get more out of Blue Beetle for 75 compared to her 70, and then even Beast Boy 30. I think that there's more there for Titans with those two than her. I realize that she does combo well with Cyborg, but I don't know. It's just it's tough.
So she also,
because I really like Starfire.
Yeah. Her second trait is when she's hit by a range attack. The meta is still mostly close combat, right? So the odds of this mattering,
that's why
not as big.
Yeah.
And then at the end of your turn, if Starfire is outdoor, healer 1 click. Well, most of the maps sure are outdoors, but do you probably play an indoor map if you go up against this and you can pick it to shut that off? So it's not even a sure thing that you're going to be able to play her. She doesn't break blocking. You're not really hurting yourself if you go indoor.
No.
So that's two traits that really she's just for sure giving herself +1 attack and defense.
Well, compare her to Prime Bishop, who's the who also like is going to be like the anti-range piece, and I think he's 70 points as well. And just if you ignore the fact that she has a 125 point line, I do. I think Bishop is like 70 points. I think that's probably a better Prime to compare her to, because at 70 points, because I just don't see her being played at 125. I think 75. I think that this is where you could have said, okay, we'll make her top line 100, and now like this is like a 55, 60 point. And the reason why I'm not saying 50 is because there is butterfly, so you have to look in that. I think 155 would have been a lot better than 125 and 70. If she was 55 points, there's a lot more people, and I would be one of them too, that would like, man, there's something there with her. Like there is. The point value makes it really hard to want to. You're going to open that drawer, you're going to open that booster, outside of sealed, and you're like, man, I really want to play this figure. But it's just the same thing as Blackfire, is that you're really putting yourself in a hole. Now, if you want to do this at the kitchen table, by all means, sure. But I'm talking specifically about trying to go to a tournament, trying to get these pieces viable, to see more figures get more shine. You don't see the kitchen table pieces getting shine because like no one sees the kitchen table games. We just saw a post with Beetlejuiceberg and Tui Ganrax because they won nationals. You're not going to see that with pieces like this. And the more pieces that are, even if people don't play them, but the more pieces that have potential to be fringe, the better your game is going to be. Because you're going to be able to see these wonky teams. Her at 125 and 70 points, just it's not good enough, and it sucks.
Well, again, you're cutting her range in half if you hypersonic, so she's only got a 3 range, no improved targeting, and she only has 1 bolt. So yeah, I can't see.
Would you give her a
doing too
tune?
much? I mean, you could again, but it's not as detrimental to take a damage. But you do lose shape change right away just for making an attack. But you deal penetrating damage.
So the reason
now.
why I'm saying I think her with a tomb has potential is because friendly characters can use Titans as free. So in a world, I know I'm specifically talking about. I'm not going to involve Juice because it would just be boring talking about these things with him involved. So we're not even going to put him into the conversation. Just looking at these with other figures, you can then attack. She can carry someone, or you can have someone like carry up someone because she has hypersonic speed, so she can't carry. And then after she attacks, takes the unavoidable, you can then have them do the free Titans.
Well, if you know where to finish, she can finish right next to somebody, and then they can heal her.
Exactly.
And
but
she
see,
just, if
the
you're
problem
outdoor,
is I think it takes.
If you're outdoor at the end of your turn, you just heal that click back too.
Yeah.
So you can make an argument for a tomb here.
She's just not good. She's not good enough for competitive.
Right.
She's not going to get built into a Titans team if you're constructing it to be competitive because the other primes Blue Beetle and Beast Boy are better. She's interesting, but the problem is once you get to 100 points or above for prime, you're automatically going to say, well, there's Rogue. So unless you're playing these keywords, she's not terrible. She's just not good enough. Does that make sense?
Would you consider...
If she's 100 points, you would play her for fun. If she's 55 points, you could absolutely think about it, but she's not good enough to take up your prime spot.
Would you
as an attacker
consider
currently
giving her destroyer armor? And then when she does her free quake, she would be doing it with a giant reach 2?
So you're going to make her 140 points?
85.
Or would you...
This is tough.
Or would you just try to get that off once when it would matter and just use something like Pim Particles?
Pim Particles could, but I still think just 70 points and 125 is too many points.
Yeah, even if she's a 13 attack and 20 defense, it's just not going to be good enough. All right, that's going to be the super rares. Let's move on to the chases here.
Well, it's a Gotham set, so we're going to start with Batman.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
People are very excited for this piece because they love Absolute Batman. He's Batman. He's got Batman TA, Batman Family, Gotham City, Brute Detective, Martial Artist. He's got a Bat Axe, Blades, Claws, Fangs, Giant Reach 2. Batman, Advance Forward. Charge, Leap, Climb. When an opposing character hits after resolutions, you may heal Batman 1 click and move him up to 1 square. And then he's got a special damage power on his first 3 clicks and last 2 clicks. Batcase across Gotham. Outwit when Batman uses it. Meet count range and draw line of fire from the squares of a terrain marker within 3 squares. He's got improved movement for 3 characters. He's 0 range, single bolt. He's 8, 12, 19, 3 with that special charge power, a special movement power, 12 precision strike, 19 invuln, and 3 with that special damage power. And then that's 95 points. At 50 points, he starts on click 4. You get that special speed power, but you get an 11 precision strike, 18 combat reflexes, and 3 perplex.
So this guy looks awesome. Is he good enough?
I think you could play him at 50. I don't think you can play him at 95.
Really? You wouldn't play him for 45 more points to get that special outwit at the beginning?
Is that worth 45 more points?
I don't know. That's where you get your reducers.
I mean, the problem with this is every time I look at one of these pieces without Invincible, I'm just hearing in my head, that's 5 straight through. And then I'm like, oh, cool, I should just started at 50 anyway.
Then he's just dead.
That's always my problem with these pieces. You got to really like Batman. People are really in love with this version of Batman in this comic, so somebody will play him. I just don't think, of these early chases, I don't think he's good enough to be played competitively. But maybe with stuff in the vault boosters, I could be proven wrong, because I usually am.
Yeah, there's plenty of Batarang or Bat Belts, getting the utility belt one-shots.
So he does also get the Bat Cycle, so he gets free willpower and free hypersonic speed.
Which is not terrible then. So hypersonic speed, and he ignores characters. He could get the longsword. Yeah, so you're talking...
Well, with Titania, that way, okay, he can't reduce pin, but you're only being dealt 1 damage. So, that could give him some more survivability. When you're looking at, the other threats that you're going to see, they're usually going to have close combat expert or super strength. So, I mean... And you've seen the teams with Titania where Titania becomes the de facto number 1 threat. And so that does give him a little bit more survivability, because you don't have to worry about it really throwing him out there when you're looking at the pieces that could potentially be the main threats for this figure. They're going to have super strength and close combat expert. So, I mean, you're looking at Brute and you're like, well, now you're looking at, well, I mean, for 5 more points, I can play Rogue. I get that. He is a little bit overcosted for sure. But, I mean, you give him the free Bat Cycle, then you're like, okay, that's 15 points, so now he's 80 points, and that feels a little bit better, I guess, maybe.
I always look at how close to 10 points a click are you. So he's slightly under that.
Yeah.
But 50 points though, he is
Bat
getting
Cycle.
10 and gets the Bat Cycle for free then. So at 50 points, he does become how much speed does that give you? Just +1?
Ooh, I think is that one 0? One of them is 0. I can't remember if it's that one or not.
Well, that's not as good then. It's the Bat Cycle
no,
or the...
No, that's it.
Motorcycle.
It's the Bat Cycle, yeah. I'm trying to... Motorcycle gives out 2 speed. Bat Cycle is... Where is the Bat Cycle?
Oh, here it is. I got it. Yeah, 0 speed. So you're actually not getting any additional speed with that. But you're going to be an 8 speed hypersonic, 11 precision strike, 18 combat reflexes, and perplex. At least you can kind of try to find some hindering to be in so that they got to base you, and then you're a 20 defense up close, and you don't have to worry about getting nailed down because he has the improved movement.
The bat cycle, you can, like, hypersonic speed does feel good, but what if you get that +2 speed for now a 6 charge, and then when he hits, you do Smoke Cloud is free to then you put Smoke Cloud in his square? I mean, it's still, but yeah, the hypersonic speed definitely does give him that, especially with willpower. But yeah,
and don't forget too, there's so many. This is why I do like the one shots. There's so many things that just say, no, you didn't just kill me. Like Pete says, and this is what I haven't liked when we started playing competitive. It was like, all right, I'm gonna do 8 penetrating damage to you right now with what the Cyclops call in or whatever. And so there's so many things like Fortify, Resolve of the Green, all that kind of stuff that you can do to just not have something get nuked off the board. So some of this stuff.
So 95 points. He does have a reducer, and Bat Cycle does give him willpower for Resolve of the Green to then reduce penetrating and then also reduce 3 damage for the rest of that turn.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like you're probably probably getting more out of the even perplex into the attack and then just rolling the blades. I do really like his outwit, but in the end, 45 points for 3 clicks, probably not good enough. Whereas giving him hypersonic, he has leap climb too, so his improved movement's really good.
Yeah, you're moving from a main attacker to a secondary attacker, and he does feel better at 50 points.
Yeah. Like him, like you mentioned.
I think he's good. I think he's good at 50 points. Yeah. I think he's good at 50 points.
Web swinging protects him too.
Yeah, see?
You're talking, you're doubling him for only almost essentially for 3 more clicks that aren't really in 1 more attack that you already have with the perplex.
Mm-hmm.
I get the outwit, but
and usually up close, great. So he's a 20, whereas you would only be a 19 if you were getting shot or punched anyway. So
yeah, I kind of wish he had 1 more bolt, but that's my only thing.
You're probably usually rolling blades with him, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so I guess the 1 bolt makes sense then. But having the option with more is nice when you have precision strike. All right, let's move on to chase number 2. 055.
Here's a nice piece of shit.
Superman.
Piece of shit. Alien! That is where you've always been wrong about me, Lex. I'm as human as anyone. I love, I get scared.
He's got the cosmic energy and Superman team abilities. He's Kryptonian. Cosmic keywords. He has a trait, Sunstone Protection. Super senses. Superman can reduce penetrating damage dealt by characters of a lower point value than himself. Another trait, Soul. We aren't leaving until they're all safe, which gives him traded super strength. And once per turn, when a friendly character within range and line of fire would be attacked, you may instead place Superman adjacent to the original target, and he becomes the only target of that attack, even if illegal. And then a special attack power that he only gets on his last 2 clicks, the Fury of Billions, which is Pulse Wave, but deals 3 damage instead of 1. He has a 170 point line, or 90. He has improved targeting through characters, 6 range, 3 bolts on 170 points. He is 8 clicks and starts with a 9 hypersonic, 11 in cap, 19 impervious, and 4 outwit. Or at 90 points, he is 5 clicks and starts with a charge, 8 speed, 11 quake, 18 impervious, and 4 battle fury. No. Neither point line.
So when I look at a figure, yeah, so you said that, you want a figure to be 10 points a click. Not me. I go big. When I look at a figure and I want to know if it's good, I go, man, I need at least 20 points per click. At least. And that 170 points, he's got 8 clicks, and so 8 times 2 is 16, and so 20 points per click brings you to 160, and then I get to spend an extra 10 points. So, I mean, you're talking 21 point, something per click. I love it. The 11 attack, I love.
So here's the only thing I can take from Superman pieces getting designed. The only person that hates Superman more than Redman is whoever's designing these figures, because this guy sucks.
No, so I don't think that it's actually a hate for Superman. I think there's someone that like legitimately like cause we have our good friend Austin the dinosaur, and they're like, man, I'm just saying he likes Superman. I'm tired of it, and I bet you they're local to him too, and they're just like, man, I hate you, Austin. And they don't really do anything or say anything. They're scared. So what they're doing
It's just all Austin hate.
They got all the whiz kids, and they go, let me design Superman. I want to design Superman. That's And Austin has even told me, he's like, man, this is so hard. He's like, I hate to say this, but he's like, I play this game because I enjoy playing my characters, and he says it's so like disheartening to know that like my favorite character is Superman, and like I cannot play Superman in competitive, and I feel him.
We've gotten a couple of playable ones, but do you want your 175 or 70 point piece to run up and just be like, all right, if I do hit you with my 11 attack, I'm going to give you an action token, and that's it.
And knocking you back.
Not with the
super strength. Yeah, it's just
not with the in cap.
No, but that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and my favorite part too is that they thought that trait was so good that they made him unique. How is this trait better than cyborgs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have been fine if somebody was like, you know what? I'm going to play a bunch of Supermen, and I'm just going to bring them over every time you hit something to protect them. I'd be like, all right, man, sounds good. As long as one of them is not the White Lantern Superman who's actually good, I'm fine with it. You can play as many as you want.
Yeah, I just like to see that we're back on track with terrible Supermen. So that's always good to see because
this is what I'm pulling out of my case, guaranteed, is this piece of crap. And I'm going to be so pissed off about it.
It was starting to get hard to actually
I saw someone
talk
bought
bad
one
about
for
them.
like 100 and something. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I saw someone message someone after they're selling it for like 140. And it was like
can we go talk about a good chase?
Yeah, I don't think there's any more Supermans, so sure.
Okay.
Next, we have Wonder Woman.
But my hero, you will fall!
With the Mystics and the Wonder Woman team ability. This is the German Wonder Woman. She has Amazon, Demon Legion, Beetlejuice, Mystical, and Warrior. She's the hero of Gateway City. When Wonder Woman hits, action total +1 this term. She has an attack power on clicks 1, 2, and 3, as well as her last two, 7 and 8. Athena Blade, which is knockback, giant reach 4. She does not have Blaze Claw's fangs, despite having the Athena Blade. When the Wonder Woman attacks the highest point opposing character, her attacks can't be evaded, and damage dealt is penetrating. She has a special damage power on click 6. I am Medusa. Oh, no, let me go. Oh, yeah. I am Medusa.
Don't try to pronounce those letters.
I just
That's pretty good, Miles. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's like, oh, it's a Swedish chef. Oh, yeah. Let's see.
I am Medusa.
I'm going to see how to pronounce it.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, it's I am Medusa. It is pronounced Thesia. Thesia. It means offering. It's sacrifice in biblical Greek.
I'll sacrifice that
Thesia,
Superman.
I am Medusa. Yeah, that's exactly
You don't have to.
And
It'll sacrifice itself.
Stop. Shape change, colossal, triple target. And then we have four range, 1 bolt, 10, 13, 18, 5. Charge, the attack power, impervious, and prob. And then she has 6, 12, 19, 4 on her stop click of sidestep, Psychic Blast, Invincible, and the damage, the stop click. And then her last two are 10, 11, 17, 3 with Hypersonic, the attack power, invulnerability, and close combat expert at 95 points. And her real name is Diana of the Wild Isle. She is not from Themyscira. She is from the Wild Isle.
So this is a much better costed chase at 95 points for 8 clicks. She also, we haven't gone over it yet, but in the Vault Booster, there's an equipment that you can give her for free that gives her flurry and combat reflexes as well. Which I think
it's Precision Strike too, I believe, right? Or is that different? Isn't it?
That's a different click.
Flurry,
I think,
Precision
right?
Strike, and is that okay?
Yeah, that's the one that gives it's Force Blast, Precision Strike,
Force Blast. Yeah.
She smashes.
You can also give her the
she bashes. She's got a giant sword. She says yeet and skeet. No, my friend. Bash and smash. With a giant sword.
She reminds me of, if she's a wrestler, this is a Alundra Blaze. Mad USA.
I could see that. That's a nice reference.
Yeah.
She does a lot. She's not over 100 points, so you're not like, man, I can't play this. You get that little super senses on 6. She's Mystics. You can't really one-turn her because the stop off of the defense power is always nice too.
Mm-hmm.
And then that, yeah, she's got a lot going for her. I like her. I think you could see fringe competitive play.
With your action total +1, it's like, okay, so how are you going to get 5 figures on this team effectively to pull off 5 actions?
That's where it doesn't matter as much for sure.
Yeah.
But a 10 charge, if you give her the Pegasus, Flurry, Giant Reach 4, and then the potential to, if she targets the right target, what is it? It can't be evaded and damage dealt is penetrating. So she has a lot. I think the thing that hurts her the most is that she does have the potential to get knocked to just Flurry if she takes damage. So she would lose a little bit of her, she loses her movement attack. But the Giant Reach 4, there's still potential she will hit something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think this is one of my favorite chases in the set, honestly.
Yeah. She does have potential because she's almost full map.
Yeah. So with the TK, is she there? Right?
No, you go to what, 5?
So 4, 5, Giant Reach 4.
Yeah, 1 off because
so
that's 13. Yeah.
So you just need to perplex, but that's still pretty good. You don't have to worry about setting it up with a Diana or anything like that. She just can be the person that goes in.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, she's one of my favorites, though. We pulled her. I'm happy we did. What about the next chase?
The Flash.
Come on, we don't have time for this.
Central City, future, past, speedster. Gonna be top 32 at Worlds. I'm gonna call it now. Then, now, and tomorrow. Probability control, and the Flash uses it after resolutions. Roll a d6. 1 or 2. Place the Flash up to 2 squares away from his current click. 3 to 4. Heal the Flash, not the Clash. That's a band. 1 click. And 5 and 6. Remove 1 action token from the Flash, not the Clash. Also still a band. He's got another trait, Wally and Grodd. At the beginning of the game, generating Grodd bystander when the Flash uses hypersonic speed. He instead has Passenger 1, but only to carry Grodd. Is that abusable? Probably. There's a Grodd somewhere, right? Or
it's a bystander. It's a bystander.
It's a bystander.
All right. Yeah. There's no just Grodd, so somebody's going to try to.
Well, no, it's referencing specifically the bystander, not a character named Grodd.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it. Never mind. Well, abuse is off the menu, boys. He's got a stop click. It's on the speed power, which is weird, but hey, it's there. Need to stop and face it head on. Stop, improve movement, blocking, / charge, but don't have speed. So it's still like hypersonic, except you can't move away. You got improved movement.
You know where you're ending. You're finishing, I guess.
Where you're finishing, yeah. Improved movement, elevated, and character 70 points. 8 speed, hypersonic, 11 precision strike. Why is the 12 on the stop click? I guess it is a stop click. 18 super senses, 3 no damage. Then you get to click 3 for the stop click, and then He's got himself an 8, 12, 19, 4 with exploit weakness, and he gets a couple clicks at close combat expert and ends up with Battle Fury. Grodd, the bystander, the only thing that you can do with that little nifty power is a 5 range dual target, 4 mind control, 11 incapacitate, 18 super senses, but he's got himself an empower, and he's tiny. And he's got improved targeting through characters. I actually like this dude.
Grodd, the Flash, or both?
This is someone I think.
The both. This is a gambler's
The
piece.
Flash,
That's why I'd play it.
I mean,
traded prop
I
70
think you
points.
give him Oster. I think you give him Oster, honestly.
I could see that.
For prob?
Yeah.
What?
No.
Do you want to tell us what that does?
You can
So I don't have to go look it up.
Yeah, so Oster allows you, whenever a character uses Perplex or Probability Control, they can heal the target.
You think
so?
It's
I mean, you're
worth not equipping him.
I mean, potentially. I mean, there's. I'm trying to think of like what other equipment I would give him, but
I feel like I like the one where you don't need line of fire for
place
it.
the Flash up.
I think the one.
Oh yeah, you give him the Orb of Agamotto.
No, the what is it?
Oh, Agamotto. Yeah, Agamotto.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. And that way, now he can. You don't need the line of fire, and you can still get the bonus of either healing him or moving an action token, or placing him somewhere else.
I do wish that you were just able to pick one instead of rolling. I do think that does take him down one notch. I think just because I think that the option of all three are very viable.
Yeah.
Because it just sucks that there's now a 33% chance that this does nothing when you're going against a Bloodstone. So having the ability to choose, especially like, okay, I want to just move him, I think would give him more options.
Yeah, I think I like that better.
And I don't think it would have made him broken because I still think he'd be really good at 70 points. But being able to prob and then choose, okay, I need to get him because this place, so like crap, I need to place him here. So like maybe you'll try to like break away, sidestep with someone, and then you'll prob it, just so then you can then move him 2 squares.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like it's not worth it because now you get to roll. But other than that, I do like him. I mean, that stop click is nasty. Picking up Grodd, who now is going to make him a 12 for 5 on his stop click, and 11 for 4.
I was just looking at that. You would not be able to carry him anymore though when you get to that charge because he only has that when you do hypersonic. Oh no, he's tiny.
He's
so
tiny.
You could, yeah, you
Grodd
can
is
still carry
tiny.
him. Yeah, so never mind. You're still good there. Yeah, so 5 exploit with a 12 attack is awesome.
Yeah.
And then again, just making speedsters stronger, and he's got past. So I could see this guy getting played for sure. Bringing in Empower to a speedster team, or even the past team.
And I do like how Grodd has the improved targeting characters, and with an 11 attack dual target incap. Like, so it's not like a useless action.
No, and you can keep him super safe
Or
behind
double
people
target mind
too.
control. Yeah.
19 from range. So yeah, I think this is one of the better chases actually.
Yeah.
All right, next chase is 058 Green Lantern with the Green Lantern team ability, Green Lantern Corps, Detective, Herald, and Police keywords. She has a trait, Dome over Evergreen, which gives her toughness. Characters on sidelines can't use sideline active, and powers and abilities granted by those characters can't be used. And then a special attack power, the green level of light pulse wave. When Green Lantern uses it, she may choose to only target characters along a single direct line of fire, with at least one being opposing. If she does, she deals 2 damage instead of 1. Only 1 point line at 75. Improved targeting, hindering. 6 range, 2 bolts. She starts with an 8 speed running shot, 12 with that special attack power, 19 ESD, and a 3 probability control. And middle dial from 4 through 7, she goes to a sidestep, precision strike, willpower, shape change. And on that last click, she goes back to an 8 running shot, and then the special attack power, willpower, and prob. 8 clicks total. What do you guys think about this Green Lantern?
The one way to make her better, you can't use, and that is she's just because at first they go, oh man, characters on sidelines can't use sideline active. You're shutting down like Animal Man. Well, that also means for your team,
right?
So she only has toughness. She's quarter of your build. She goes down. She's not stopping one shots. And in order to try and make her better, you can't even give her Animal Man.
Mm-hmm.
Animal Man would be like, okay, yeah, Animal Man gives her that reducer, all that. Well, now you can't even do that. I don't think that she's. I see what they're going for, but like you have Sheriff Panther that chooses 2 sideline options for 30, or you can just play her where no one gets characters on the sideline. They can't use sideline actives for 75 points. It's I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. Maybe I could be proven wrong, but I don't see it.
So what other things is it really shutting down? Like Ares?
The juice battery that no one uses. Yeah, the gods.
Bast. There's really just not as many characters right now on the sideline after we lost the Disney Plus.
No, it's ones. A one-shot site. So you're paying 75 points to not only nerf your own team, but also potentially to take away 10 points from your opponent to stop them from using Animal Man.
Yeah, I mean, it is a board-wide effect. I do like that it equally nerfs you, and when she dies, it comes back. So that's all good. But the problem is that the stronger stuff is really the one-shots that you want to shut off. You know, I think it would be way better if it just said straight, you can't use your sideline. Like no sidelines.
Yeah.
Then she might see some play.
It's
and that would be for both both teams.
Yeah.
Because she's not that hard to kill.
I think that
again,
she would see play if you just shut off sidelines.
Right, yeah. 75 points, so that's still a decent amount of points. And she never has anything better than toughness because that's what she has traded. And it's still smash and bash, so she's going down if you can get to her, which shouldn't be too hard.
No, if the average person attacks for 4, you're talking 1, 2, 3, getting her to click 4, second attack, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 8. So, I mean, if you can get someone to hit her for 5 damage flurry, let's say, Rogue, for instance. I know it's Rogue takes her out. You have Hydras. It's pretty easy to take down this figure, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just the one thing that could help her she can't use.
Mm-hmm. So probably not going to see much play, even just with the sideline thing, right? I do like that.
Yes, not shutting off the one shots. Like the one shots are where it's
I do like that we're getting more things that interacting with the sidelines, but yeah, I don't think that this is the right time for her. All right, let's go to the next one.
All right, the next one we have is Martian Manhunter.
And who do you think planted this idea in your mind?
PDTA, Cosmic Detective. And my favorite keyword. Police.
I legit forgot about that. Is this the first detective we've actually had?
This is the first police, yes.
Oh, police.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or have we just been behaving ourselves?
No, if I would have saw police, I would have hit that.
Okay.
Maybe I missed it. Did I miss it on Green Lantern? Did Green Lantern have police? She did. Dang it. Yeah. So, he has a trait, Martian Vision. I like to think of it as Martin Vision from the great Martin Lawrence show called Martin in the 90s. Free, generate 2 Martian smoke terrain markers within range. This game, those markers have opposing characters occupying. These square modify attack -1, and when they move or are placed after resolutions, place this marker in their square. Then it has //. Free, remove 4 Martian smoke terrain markers occupied by opposing characters from the game. If you do, turn Martian Manhunter to click number 0. He has a special speed power on clicks 1, 2, 5, and 6, which are his last clicks, 2 clicks. The Martian knows more direct paths, stealth, //. Free, place Martian Manhunter or an adjacent friendly character in a square up to 2 squares away from Martian Manhunter. And then he has a special damage power on his click 0. We're in this together, partner, which is exactly what Martin Lawrence said to Will Smith in Bad Boys 2. Outwit, probability control, cosmic energy. If your turn, Martian Manhunter has giant. Opposing characters can't use protected outwit or safeguard outwit. He has improved targeting hindering, 5 range, 1 bolt. He's 6'10", 18-2 with the special speed power, no attack power, toughness, and outwit. And then his last 2 clicks are with speed power, psychic blast, super senses, and perplex. And his middle 2 have stealth, and then it swaps between outwit and perplex. His click 0 is 8, 11, 19, 4 with charge, psychic blast, super senses, and that damage power. I do like him. I think there's a chance potentially. He's worth looking at for sure.
So he has to in order to activate, unless I'm misunderstanding it, he has to remove ones from opposing characters.
Yes, they have to be occupying it, so they can't just make 4
Yeah.
and then turn into it.
Oh, I do
He
not
has
like
to
that
have
as much at all.
opposing characters. Yeah.
My other
Yeah.
understanding is that those smoke terrain or those Martian smoke terrain markers track with the characters. So they can charge a
Yeah.
running shot out of it, but then they come back into it. So if they're based or something, they're getting their attack -1.
Yeah. Yes.
You really got to kind of throw him out there now, though, right?
So he's more
it's-
mobile than you think he is, though, because he's within range, so he doesn't need line of fire to do this, right? So you could protect him, you can carry him up, he can then free place 2 squares away, or can just so that it's a subtle piece, but I think it's so unique, and the chance to have him go to the click 0 multiple times, like you could really be having something where you're having a huge problem, because this guy as long as he's kept alive and you can keep getting out the terrain markers, he's potentially on click 0 getting hit back off and then going back to click 0. And he's always doing something, and if he's dead and out of the game, those markers still stay there, right?
Yeah, but then they're not going to do anything anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it says
They're
this
still doing
game.
the
No, it's
negative
just-
one
no,
attack. Yeah.
So he does combo with a figure that coming up, because with these markers that follow them, it does combo and makes these smoke terrain markers like very, very good. And this is where you're looking at a combo that's unthemed, but it can win games because of the combo with it, like shutting off to where they can't even remove action tokens. So I think there is something there. I think 60 points is for what he does, I think is very good. I do also like that, it is like the upper terrain. So like, let's say you take off 4 of them, or like before you take off 4 of them, it doesn't matter. Like you're like, man, I'm going to generate 2 on top of these because I want these characters to still have them. And then you take them off, and the 2 one underneath are still under those 2 characters. So, because it's a trait, not a power, so he's able to still do this while he's on click 0. So I do think that it's going to be more nuanced, and you just don't just throw them out there. But not needing line of fire is very important, and they don't have to be adjacent. So I think there's some stuff there with him, especially with the figure coming up.
Is it worth playing him with the Prime Sinestro, where you can't positively modify combat values, and then you also give characters -1 attack?
Yes.
I mean, it could. Yeah.
That seems like a start to a very good team.
Yeah.
Also, too, his outwit does affect stop clicks, correct?
Yeah.
So he does a ton, man. I really like him. He's actually my favorite chase. The sculpt is super cool too. It's based off of a great comic, so if you haven't read it yet, go pick it up. But I love this piece. This is a piece I will watch get
Yeah, I have
smited off
him
the board
as
repeatedly.
my second. Yeah, I have him at number 2
Yeah,
for
there's
the chases.
a lot of potential, but I don't know how many people are brave enough to actually build with them and use them. So that will remain to be seen. But I think it probably is the piece with the most potential that isn't just like obviously good.
Yeah.
Or the
This is a
most niche
piece that's
piece.
going to take a team builder. Yeah, this isn't a piece that you just throw on there. You need to build your team around this, and this figure will. It's an archetype team. There's a smoke cloud archetype that's now viable because of this set.
Mm-hmm. All right, who is next, Pete?
It's Batman. Because we haven't had him in a while. Why did I get all the Batmans for this set?
Just the way it goes.
Don't kill me, man! I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
He's got Batman ally. Because he's Batman. Batman family, Gotham City, Justice League, detective, martial artist. He became a bat. Or excuse me, I became a bat. Smoke cloud. When Batman uses it after resolutions, you may place him in a square of the generated smoke. If you do, he may be given a closest free. Well, not during the Beetlejuice meta.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a special speed power, a monster in the night. A monster in the night. Flurry sidestep. He's got a special defense power. Mixed throughout his style. It's a stop click. Combat reflexes. When this click is first revealed, immediately generate up to 3 smoke train markers, then place Batman up to 2 squares away from his current square. He's got improved movement, elevated clicks. He's got improved targeting, hindering. He's 3 range, 2 bolts. He's 75 points of angry orphan fury. I don't mind him though. I like him actually. I like to call him Fart Batman because it looks like he just dropped a stinky gas bomb.
It's like,
Fart Man.
I'm Fart Man.
So this is actually Batwood because he doesn't really fight crime; he just farts.
He farts on crime.
This is Batwood. Yep, this is Batwood.
This makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
I think this is the perfect example of why Beetlejuice sucks, is that this guy is so cool, but you would never, ever play him competitively when that piece exists.
No, you can't.
Well,
you can't
look
closest
at
free.
the figure we
You can't
talked about before
do
him.
any of this.
Yeah.
The figure we talked about before him can't do shit either.
Right.
No, this set gets way better after rotation. Hold on to your chases, kids. Freedom is coming.
Why is this one unique?
Because you can't have multiple Batmen, then they're just arguing about prep time and farts. They don't eat farts, though. They just drop them.
That's the one thing that is weird, though. The unique ring is thrown on some wonky characters. I think Martian Manhunter totally makes sense, but there's like Superman. It just, I mean, like Wonder Woman. It's just, yeah. Cyborg doesn't get it though. Like I don't. Yeah.
No, but not Cyborg. Play 2 of them per 100. He's fine.
Yeah.
I think this is a great Batman, and again, after rotation, this one could see some play. He's not the fastest one.
After rotation, so many things can see play.
That is true. All right, let's go to the Joker, 061.
Oh, you never could take a joke.
He's got the Batman enemy team ability, Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Underworld, Injustice League, Legion of Doom, and monster keywords. He has a trait, Enjoy the Asylum. When an opposing character occupying any smoke terrain marker is KO'd, after resolutions, you may roll a d6, 4 through 6, generate a character with an expendable goon trait on its 15-point starting line in a square that character last occupied. A special attack power, What a Gas! Smoke Cloud is free, but only to generate markers within 2 squares, regardless of line of fire. Free, give an opposing character within range that is occupying 1 or more smoke terrain markers an action token. If you can't, deal them 1 penetrating damage. And then a special defense power that's a stop click. If this weren't happening to me, it would be funny. and Mastermind. Only 70-point line, 4 range, 1 bolts. Starts on an 8 stealth, 10 special attack power, 18 super senses, and 3 perplex. And then the damage goes to 3 outwit clicks and then 3 prob clicks. So I think the best thing
you did it wrong.
I don't really give a shit. What?
4 range, 1 bolt.
I'm not doing that. I hate it so much. The stop clicks are on clicks 5 and 9, and he dies on click 10. So 9 is his last click. So I do think that handing out tokens without having to roll for like an in-cap attack or potentially just dealing penetrating if they already have 2 is very good. I don't know if it's 70 points good, but I do think that we're going to start moving into a meta where we're just handing out action tokens and telling people they can't take action tokens off anymore or making them immobile. So I think the game is about to slow down, and he works really well with that. But I don't know if 70 points is playable. What do you guys think?
I don't know if you're right about the game slowing down. I think for one person, yes. But I don't know if it's pretty much going to be okay. Which person is going to be able to load up the opponents to where they can't remove action tokens first, and then the games will end. But yeah, that's no, I do like him, but it's 70 points is just too much for me. I think he's a decent Joker, and there is something there. But and even with the next figure, I think he works well with. But
9 clicks.
I think
though.
There's better ways to utilize
9 clicks and
it
2
is,
stop clicks.
It is, but
he's super annoying. Do you really want to attack him? He's got to roll out.
Yeah.
You're gonna attack him,
you're not
you don't want to
attacking him,
keep getting action tokens.
Yeah,
you kind of have to. So he's saving something else.
And his smoke cloud is free, so you can move up there 8, drop the smoke cloud, or if there's easy stuff to KO, then you have a 50-50 shot of generating an expendable goon also. And we've already talked about the expendable goons in this set alone and how crazy they are.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's bad at all. I just, he's not for me, but there's something there with him, like I said, with the next figure. So the smoke cloud is definitely, there's going to be teams that are not going to be able to be played because they have action tokens.
Well, let's go to the next guy then.
All right, the next one. This is actually my favorite chase. We have Scarecrow.
Without fear, life is meaningless.
With Gotham, or with Underworld TA and Batman Enemy TA, Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Underworld, Legion of Doom, and Scientist. He's got 2 traits. His first is Breathe Deep Your Fears. Smoke Cloud is free. Scarecrow can target characters occupying any smoke terrain markers or smoke markers within range, regardless of line of fire. And then he has Phobophobia. Opposing characters occupying any smoke markers can't use leadership or willpower and can't positively modify their combat values. He has a special defense powers on clicks 1 through 5. You're your own worst enemy. Mastermind, once per turn when Scarecrow uses it, he may choose an opposing character other than the attacker occupying any smoke marker within range to become the target, even if they would be an illegal target. He's got 4 range, 2 bolts. He's 85 points or 40. At 85 points, he starts with 8, 12, 18, 3 for stealth, precision, the defense power, and prob. At 40 points, he starts on click 5 of the 8-click dial with 8, 11, 18, 2 with mind control, poison, the special defense power, and outwit. I like him at 40. I think that the manipulation with the, like, especially like with Martian Manhunter, like they can't use willpower, so they can't do that. It works also with Joker, who he themes with. Just being able to tell people that they can't, use leadership or willpower. And the interesting thing too is that by saying they can't use leadership, they're going to have to get their figures out of leadership for them to even get the +1 action.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just stopping them from using it to remove tokens. It can potentially stop them from getting that 4th action.
Yeah, you're never playing him at 85. Is phobophobia a fear of phobias?
Yes. I was, that's what I'm like, what? It's similar to hobophobia where you're at the PH silent, so it's a fear of homeless people.
I don't think that's true.
It's fear of fear itself, so yes.
Yeah, I don't know why you would ever play him at 85 points.
Which is funny, because they always say the only thing you need to fear is fear itself. But that means that you have phobophobia if you fear itself.
That's true.
You know, because the old saying, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. So that means that everybody's a phobic. Yeah.
Yes.
It's interesting.
I don't know if I'd call it interesting. It's something, though.
I like him.
Or how's it go for my favorite show? Interesting. It's like, do you like
40
candy?
points.
Interesting.
Always.
40
Always,
points
yeah.
all day.
No, he's
gonna see meta play. Absolutely.
Absolutely. He creates this archetype he is the engine that just becomes insane.
Well, sorry, hold on a
Figures like
second.
Martian Manhunter and everything.
Gonna see meta play after Worlds.
Yeah, the smoke cloud is free.
Yeah.
So, but this is his smoke cloud is free, sure, but this is someone that even with juice in action, like there's going to be because they don't have an alpha. You will potentially be taking actions to use smoke cloud, so they can't remove action tokens.
Yeah, but they don't have smoke cloud as costed. They only have it as free.
He does, but there's other figures that have it, and it's any smoke terrain marker too. So I mean, even with Beetlejuice on the board, this figure still is not completely unplayable but you're gonna have to build in, make sure that you have somebody that has the power action smoke cloud, because now they can't even positively modify their combat values. So there is a use for power action smoke cloud now.
They have not made any terrain that's like a 2x2 smoke, have they?
No,
I don't think so.
The only one I think there is the one square one.
Yeah, it's always a 1x1, right?
Yeah,
because you can just have that as your standard terrain anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily one of the best pieces, and one of the reasons that I do think the lockdown meta is coming. All right, how about the next one, Pete?
Talia al Ghul.
We will at least have this victory.
She's got Underworld TA. League of Assassins Assassin, Marksman, Martial Artist, and Spy. The Demon Shadow. Smoke Cloud is free. Someday, my dear. If a friendly character with the assassin keyword occupies any smoke marker, modify their attack +1. Well, that's good. The Demon's Daughter. Leadership Sidestep. When one or more smoke markers within range would be removed from the game. Before removing them, Talia al Ghul may generate a non-prime, non-unique standard character with the assassin keyword of 25 points or less on their starting line into one of their spaces. And she's got a special damage power on her last 2 clicks. I am the dragon, Cuckoo Cuckoo. Battle Fury, when Talia al Ghul hits a single opposing character, modify her damage +1 for each action token on that target. If that character is KO'd, score 10 victory points. She's got improved movement characters. She's 5 range, 2 bolt, 75 points. She's got 8 speed stealth, 12 precision strike, 18 combat reflexes, and 3 outwit. We couldn't get a second point line for this one.
So that smoke cloud power, which originally when I read it, I thought that at the beginning of your turn when all smoke cloud would go away, that would only trigger for 1. But I guess it probably still needs an official ruling. But Brian Galley did say in one of the rules chats that it would trigger for each instance of smoke cloud being used. So if turn 1, you have all these people doing free smoke clouds, costed smoke clouds, you have the potential to bring in a ton of 25-point assassins, which can get kind of insane fast. Tons of mastermind fodder, just pinning people down. So any lower than 75 and being able to do the same exact thing, that's going to be tough.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
So I'm going through there, and the only ones it seems are that you can make, I guess, is there's going to be the assassin recruit. This is a modern. And then the common arcade assassin robot from Smash and Destroy. Inner Demon you can make. Thieves Guild member. Oh, the Gamora at 25 points. Interesting.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That could be nasty right there. Just bringing in a ton of Gamora, Zen, Huberry, Ben Titan.
Jeff the Land Shark.
So it is.
No, it'd be standard.
It's non-prime, non-unique, and standard characters.
Ah, damn it. That'd have been so fun to have somebody Jeff running around.
The League Assassin for 25 points in Masters of Time.
Well, that's where it gets crazy.
Oh, yeah,
is
you'd be
being
making
able to
really
generate goons. So you generate these goons for 15 points, and then they get KO'd. Now you're able to bring in potentially any other goon that you want.
Yeah.
So I think that she is potentially pretty crazy. You're just going to be able to load the map up.
I agree.
Super fast. And that's why
Yeah.
Another reason I thought that would only trigger once is because it seems like it'd be a little ridiculous. I was thinking in silver, you could get the hydrants out and then kind of get stuff removed in separate instances, because it would only trigger once at the beginning of your turn. But if it's all these characters, the free smoke cloud, or, silver, you have the Nightbringer ring. That's going to be 2 instances of using smoke cloud, free in power. So this is another reason why assassins could get strong here with Deathstroke and some of the other stuff that we're seeing. So I like her a lot.
Yeah, she's great. She's absolutely great. She's nuts in silver.
Yeah, the 75 points, like turn 1, you make all the cloud. I mean, 75 points, all of a sudden, she's now free because you're bringing in so many figures.
And in silver, you get that insane Nebula, which she's 25 points.
No, that one's...
Is she modern still? No.
That one's in... Yeah, that's Collector's Trove. Yeah,
no, the Christmas. The Christmas one. Christmas.
Oh, the Christmas one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, Nebula. Yeah, I was thinking of Gamora. Yeah. Yeah, that Nebula is, insane.
Does she pair with Prime Strucker?
Absolutely could.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have any keywords they share. Is he a spy?
Spy.
He is, yeah. So, I mean, they have a potential to just make a ton more things. And then you have the, the penguin robot that just pings you for damaging them also. So you can bleed points, but at the same time, I don't understand how it's not worth getting them to waste all those attacks. Then you just do whatever you want in the map. The Nebula, though, is the one that has Precision Strike, 11 attack, 18 super senses, 3 exploit, and the improved targeting adjacent to characters. She has charge, and then when she uses it, after resolutions, you make a range attack. So she's disgusting to bring in.
Yeah.
And then you bring the Guardians team ability into play too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that there's, again, a ton of potential with her. So the chases, for the most part, are pretty good, minus Superman. And I think they kind of missed the mark a little bit on Green Lantern. But overall, tons of building potential with a lot of them, especially after Worlds, after rotation.
Yeah.
All right, that is all the chases. This next one is the release day Batman 099. He's got the Batman Alley Team ability, Batman Family, Gotham City, Justice League, Detective, and Martial Arts keywords. He's got a trait, Grapnel Launcher, Leap Climb, free place Batman in a square of different elevation within 4 squares in line of fire. Basically the Web Slinger trait. He's got another trait. This one calls for, at the beginning of the game, choose a friendly character with the Batman Family keyword and a lower point value. This game, that character is Batman's ward. Batman and his ward can use Empower, but only to affect each other. And another trait, Let's solve this case together. Batman's ward can use Batman's displayed damage power. 60 points, 7 clicks, and 4 range, 2 bolts. Starts with a 7 flurry, 12 precision strike, 18 toughness, 3 outwit. Moves to charge, incapacitate, combat reflexes, and leadership for 3 clicks. And then ends with the 2 clicks of plasticity, quake, willpower, and perplex. I don't know when you're ever doing this.
Batman's ward is now always named Bert.
Bert,
period.
yes.
For me. Yes. Yes.
I guess you
if
can
you're
give
a fan
him
of the
cycle.
66 series, that's you should know.
Not many people are.
The cycle is it's Burt Ward, the original Robin.
Whatever gives him
Just for those
charge.
listening that don't know.
I guess.
Well, the Bat Cycle gives him hypersonic.
You want to take advantage of the
there's a
flurry.
motorcycle that gives him. Yeah. But I mean, he does have the grapnel launcher for the web swinging.
If anybody
but yeah, that's
puts themselves in a position where you just get to do that and then flurry them 12 for 3, then they deserve it. But
well, I mean, how many times have we seen it work with Spider-Man?
Not much. With no other move and attack, he doesn't have sidestep.
Well, no, you can give him charge with the motorcycle. I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. He needs something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, you can equip him for free because he's got those keywords. So, I mean, you could play him. There's probably better Batman. There's certainly worse Batman.
Well, in this set, there's like
but there's no
Batman
that makes anyone a Robin. Yeah, Burt Ward.
They make him their Burt Ward.
Just have weird reasons for liking characters. But then after he gets off that
I would
flurry
prefer
click,
you next time.
Oh my god, I hate you guys so
do a
much.
Batman thing. I need you to do it in your Batman voice.
I don't have a Batman voice.
Well
that's
sounds like there's room for improvement.
Burt Ward, because your Batman voice is about as good as Adam West's.
Yeah,
who didn't have a Batman voice.
I'd rather do a Burt Ward voice.
Yeah. Do it. Holy guacamole, Batman!
Yeah, that sounded more like Penguin, I think.
Penguin from that series was played by Mickey from Rocky.
Cool.
Right. Are we good on this?
Yeah, I think so. You want to go to the next one? This is what are they called now? Map and terrain kits?
Yeah.
Yeah. So next we have his first Burt Ward, Nightwing, with Batman, TA, and Outsiders. Batman Family, Gotham City, Outsiders, Teen Titans, Detective, Martial Artist, and my favorite keyword, and Redmond. So he has Leaping into the Light, which is leadership, leap climb, free, place Nightwing in a square of different elevation. I know, within 4 squares in line of fire. They can still hear me.
I actually really liked you reading over it. I thought that was like really nice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought that. I'm like, man, that's I think what we need to start doing is just like keep playing it and just reading over.
Let's move it along. I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
God damn it.
So we have Acrobatic Takedown next, which is Traded Flurry. Nightwing deals penetrating damage to equipped characters. He also has Defender. Oh, let me hit it again. No,
don't do it.
Bloodhaven, which is combat reflexes and super senses. He's 65 points, 4 range, 2 bolts. He's got 7 clicks. 8, 11, 8, 3 with charge, precision strike, the defense power, and prob. And he ends with sidestep, precision strike, combat reflexes, and empower.
This guy's so much better than that Batman that we just saw for 5 more points. Because now you can also still.
Why does
Yeah, because this is Burt Ward.
Why does Nightwing always have probability control? Like, does he have an infinity gem stuck to him somewhere or something? Like, what is this doing? I mean, I like this piece a lot. Traded Flurry is awesome.
Yeah,
I like him way better than that.
Yeah,
Batman.
I'm not sure why they keep giving him prob. Oh, you know what? Oracle. This got to be because Oracle.
Yeah, this is a great Nightwing. Outsiders TA, Batman ally. doing acrobatic takedowns. He's got prob. He's got an oracle somewhere, probably, and he's the defender of Bloodhaven.
The
You good? You guys
Grayson
want to
Dick.
say anything else?
No.
Oh yeah.
Nightwings are honestly usually super playable, and this one is also.
Yeah.
We haven't talked enough about Dick tonight.
We haven't. I agree.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. All right. Who's
Speaking
next?
of people that like Dick Grayson, Batgirl, Batman ally, Batman family, Birds of Prey, Gotham City detective, martial artist, and vehicle. Bat Cycle, Leap Climb, Passenger 1, Protector of Gotham leadership, unique modifier, other friendly characters that have the Batman family or Birds of Prey keyword, modify their defense +1. Eidetic memory, Perplex. When Batgirl uses it until your next turn, you may re-roll a single d6 roll made by the target character, including a d6 roll from attack. Well, that's pretty cool. 65 points, improved movement character. She's 4 range, 1 bolt, running shot, 11 precision strike, 17 combat reflexes, 3 special power. She's Barbara Gordon. I like her. Traded leadership on Batman family. That Perplex is super cool. You're going to get a bunch of stuff in the vault boosters you can slap on her for free. And she's got a Bat Cycle.
Yeah. You can also, the cool thing is that you can put Frenchie on her.
You could.
You know, Frenchie reminds me. You ever seen that movie Euro Trip?
Yes.
Yeah, the guy, that crazy French guy, me scusy.
That's who Fred Armisen.
Frenchie reminds me of. Yeah, he goes to Batgirl, me scusy, as he jumps on her.
You know, maybe her and Dick Grayson were on a break.
I think I like Nightwing a lot better.
Yeah, it's when she went to France.
Oh.
So you're saying you like Dick Grayson better?
Yes, I would say so.
But Batgirl likes about Frenchie. Wee.
All right.
There's so much of this getting cut.
We have the, what does it say? Buy the brick incentive thing. Bat Knight.
Yeah.
Has the Batman ally and KC team abilities, Batman family, Gotham City, future, and robot keywords. Trait, patrolling Gotham, free, make an attack, but only to target a character within 8 squares of your starting area. And walking Batmobile, which is his special defense power, combat reflexes, and invincible. 60 points, sidestep with a 10 speed, 11 precision strike, 18 defense with a special defense power, and a 3 enhancements, 6 range, 1 bolt. He does fly. So,
he's a giant.
He's a giant, yeah. I don't know. He's fine. 60 points seems like a lot.
He'd have been cooler if he'd have read it with a Batman voice.
He would have been. I should read it with a. I guess I thought this was a Transformer car, but it's not that, is it?
It is. This is where it's the Batmobile that turns into it.
I feel like you're trolling me right now, and that's legit what I thought it was.
It's
this is
from Kingdom Come.
Yeah, Kingdom Come, when Batman couldn't do things anymore because he was so beat up. What?
Where is it from?
Kingdom Come.
Oh my God.
Kingdom Come. Oh yeah.
Pete, if you were going to be a king,
I'm Lot.
If you're going to be a king of a kingdom, what kingdom would you be king of?
Oh, Kingdom Come.
Okay, just checking.
All right, and last for tonight, we have the Batman family, which is Team Player, Batman Ally, Batman Family, Gotham City, Justice League, Teen Titans, Detective, Martial Artist, and the police keyword. They have a trait, nightly patrols. Batman Family is on the rim of elevated terrain or occupies at least 1 square of hindered terrain. Lines of fire drawn to them are hindered when Batman Family makes an attack. They may choose up to 2 other opposing characters within range and line of fire. Those characters become targets of the attack. Their second trait, vanish into the shadows. When Batman Family clears action tokens, you may place them on their card. If you do, at the beginning of your next turn, place them in a square of hindering terrain or adjacent characters to an opposing character. And then they have a mid-dial attack power, which is called Smoke Pellets. Smoke Cloud is free. They have a 125.85-point line with improved movement, elevated outdoor block, and target adjacent with 3 range, 1 bolt. At 125 points, they have 10, 12, 19, 4 with charge, precision, willpower, and prob. On cliX, they drop down to 85 points, which is really impressive.
God damn.
They're 7, 12, 18, 3 with plasticity, precision strike, willpower, and outwit. They then go to those 4 attack power cliX before ending with the same 4 powers, except close combat expert instead of outwit. This is how you do a triple 2x2 compared to the spider family. It's night and day. So if these are the bat nights, those are the spider days.
All right. Why does he lose precision strike for 4 clicks in the middle of the dial for some smoke pellets?
Because
why does he just not have the smoke pellets?
Like his trait, right?
Like he's just getting like, what's going on
They wanted
here?
to drop the cost. They wanted to drop the cost because if they got rid of that and just had precision throughout, it would be 175 and 125 points.
It's so random.
So these 4 clicks make them worse. This is like, this is the instance of like, man, yeah, let's get rid of precision strike and just give them smoke cloud as free. Yeah, it's wonky, but being
that
able
vanish into the shadows is nuts.
It's
right?
Ridiculous. Yeah. Just
I'm just gonna go to my card now. So get wrecked for this whole turn. You can't do anything against me.
And then you just place them, and then you're able to attack multiple characters.
Well, you only have one bolt.
It's any hindering terrain, right?
No, read that first trait.
Yeah, at the beginning of your turn.
When Batman makes an attack. No, when Batman makes an attack, they may choose up to 2 other opposing characters within range and line of fire. Those characters become targets of that attack. So now they're targeting 3 characters, essentially. 12 for 3.
Right, he's talking about the vanish into the shadows trait, though.
Yeah.
So if you do at the beginning of your next turn, place them in a square of hindering terrain or adjacent to an opposing character. So that's anywhere on the map.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can do that turn 2, right? Well, turn 1 you have to take the token.
At the end.
Turn 2 you go to your card.
3.
So turn 3 you can do that.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Go anywhere on the map and then outwit them.
Yeah.
Do you think this actually sees play, though? Potentially at 85?
Yeah.
You still can't equip them.
I think it will see play.
What about at 125 for 14 clicks?
They could. The reason why I think they're going to see play is because, like, if they're at 125, you can bump them up with enhancement for 7 damage range. They can attack through that, or even just empower. And now they're going to be able to hit 3 people for 7 damage.
He's doing enough. And there's one shots that are going to make Batman Family better too. So I could see him getting played at either one, honestly. That 85 is rough to start with the plasticity, though. I guess
but you're putting him on his card anyway.
Yeah, you're leaning to just doing the vanish into the shadows.
Yep.
All right.
This is super cool, though.
Yeah, really.
This is honestly a really awesome piece, and the sculpt looks cool. So, it'll see play, I think.
I think it's better than Batimus Prime that I thought it was.
I don't know. I don't hate Batimus Prime. You don't like him?
Nah. It seems kind of just weak. No?
Yeah, combat reflex is invincible. He's got stealth. He's a giant. 6 range. Yeah. That's above average. And he's just rolling around, just protecting those 8 squares from your starting area. Just dominating them.
He's fun. I don't know. He's fun. We'll leave it at that.
You know what else is fun? Miles' review of the Batman family. That was fun. Thanks, Miles.
We have different definitions of fun, for sure. All right, we're going to be back next week with the Vault Boosters and the Legacy cards. And remember...
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
Click it!
Get wrecked, birds.
Open up. Come on, man, I got kids to feed. Oh, they don't like falafel?
Sure, that's not a bad idea.
Thank you, that solves most of my problems.
Where were the other drugs going?
I never knew that. Wait, what?
I said, where are the other drugs going?
Why are you talking like that?
It's a bad voice. It's a bad.
Really kind of goes against the whole dark Batman thing.
Are you kidding me? I worked on that like all day. I was like bat, sonar, high, squeaky.
It's not scary. It's silly.
I ran this by I ran this by people I know, and they loved it.
It's bad.
It's bad. Wow. This is embarrassing. Can I please show you another one?
Sure.
Where were the other drugs going?
Malkovich?
Yeah. He's scary. It's like, I'm better. I'm stronger. I'm Batman.
No, it's totally wrong.
Where were the other drugs going, huh? Just kidding.
Why Pacino?
Maybe I am Al Pacino. You don't know. What's he do at night, huh? Fight crime.
Not a Batman.
Hello, Governor. Where were the drugs going?
You're representing Gotham. I wouldn't go British.
Hey, how you doing? Where were the other drugs going, huh?
It's not good.
Hey! Where were the drugs going?
Where were the other drugs going?
Where were the other drugs going? Yeah.
¿Dónde están los drogas? Where were the other drugs going? The silly, silly drugs.
Where are they?
Answer me, Herbertus! Where were the drugs? Supposed to be Dustin Hoffman.
Where were the other drugs going? Huh? Do I look like a cop to you?
All right.
Yeah, fine. Where were the other drugs going?
Wait. What was that?
What?
Do that again.
Where were the other drugs going?
You know what? That's not bad.
I just lost my voice.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Can I just say again?
Yeah, no, I swear to God.
Swear to me! Alfred, I'm coming home. What do you mean, who is it? It's Bruce. Who else has this number?